Hello and welcome back to WE Sports. We are live from U Place Apartments, and today we are Mountaineers facing off against the Cumberland Phoenix. So far in NACE, the Mountaineers are 3-2. But Will, going on this matchup, what are you thinking?
I think it's statement time for this Western Rocket League team. As you said, 3-2 so far in NACE. Cumberland also 3-2. They are in lockstep right now for this 3 seed. And as this is the last game of the season,
Yes,
it is a winner take all for the number 3 overall team in NACE. It is a statement time for the Mountaineers to cement themselves as I said, one of those top 3 teams, right up there with Maryville and Winthrop. And if you compare resumes right now between these two teams, it is about as close as you can possibly get. As I said, both are 3-2. Both lost to Maryville 1-2. Both lost to Winthrop. Cumberland did take a map, the Mountaineers did not. Both beat St. Clair. Both beat Ball State. Both beat UTD. And now all they have left is to face off against each other. There's not a ton of there's not many degrees of separation right now between these two teams. They have looked so similar throughout the season. They've been performing very well, and I think it's time for Western Union to finally kind of take that next step and win one of these crucial games.
I agree. This is going to be one of those most crucial games, as you said, obviously competing for this 3 seed here in NACE. And Cumberland, a very solid team. I mean, if we're going to look at some statistics here, it's kind of neck and neck for these two teams. Both teams have been playing quite well. Obviously, Cumberland just coming off of a win from against UTD earlier on in the month. And then they did lose a map to Ball State, which the Mountaineers did end up sweeping 2-0. And they also lost a map to St. Clair earlier on as well, which the Mountaineers also swept. So,
but took a map off Winthrop.
Yes, which we did not. So both teams have kind of done a little bit more than the other in certain areas. So it's going to be very, very close. Mountaineers have been playing very well recently, actually on a win streak. Hoping to continue that today. But this is basically anyone's game. And there's not really too many predictions we can do here because both these teams have been playing well. And
they've both been playing well. They've played pretty much neck and neck if you want to kind of like cross compare against competition, like how one team did versus how they both did against a certain team. It's pretty much all neck and neck as we've been talking about. But I have isolated 3 really important factors here for this Mountaineer team to come away with a win. One of them being, as you said, a winning streak, and most importantly, a winning streak post the big patch. The patch came out, I believe 8 days ago, around that. I think it was like October 14th. I'm not entirely sure. But post patch, West Virginia 4-0 so far in maps. They have won those maps by an average of 8 rounds every single map. And you might be wondering, well, how has Cumberland looked? Cumberland has not played post-patch. They had a bye last week in NACE, and they are not in something like Division 1, where Western Union is getting kind of more maps in a hyper-competitive armor. So we have no data to look at them post this patch, which I think could heavily lead into the favor of the Mountaineers. But on the other hand, obviously coming off a bye, more time to prep, obviously a lot more time to scrim because you're not worried about having to play in these other matches. So they've had their eyes locked on the Mountaineers for 2 weeks now.
They have, and they've obviously had a lot of time to prep for that, like you said. With this new update coming out, it's going to be very interesting to see how that shakes things up. We've already saw it last week with the Mountaineers against, I would say, not as heavy of a competitor. The Mountaineers did play very well in that matchup, though. And, I mean, this patch is just shaking everything up entirely, and what is already a neck-and-neck match becomes even closer because we don't really know how Cumberland's going to play into this new meta.
Yep. But the one thing we do know right now for this Mountaineer teams is, and it's another one of my keys for success for the Mountaineers, is that they need to ride the hot hand. Guck recently, in these past couple weeks, has been absolutely dominant. They played Ohio State earlier this week in Division 1, and after that, in a performance, he went 33-17 across the 2 maps that they won, 13-2 and then 13-3. He moved to second in all of Division 1 in average combat score. And in Western Union's last 16 maps played across all competitions, he has 9 MVPs. He is playing out of his mind right now, and Western Union's going to need him to kind of continue that streak if they want a chance to win this.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, I mean, the individual performances have been superb so far here. And I mean, everyone's been playing to the highest caliber that we've seen from them. Like no one's kind of fallen off on this team. Like every single person, we saw that especially on, I believe it was Bind, that last broadcast. I mean, everyone popping off, everyone having their breakout rounds, and it really makes it difficult for these opposing teams to try to pick across this Mountaineer team, because every single person at any point in the round can go off for 3 or 4 and just win the round solely off their gunfights. And I think it's going to be really interesting for Cumberland to try to tackle, because I mean, they've had prep time. You know, they've had time to try to dissect this roster and try to see what their game plan is going into this. But at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do with that.
Yeah, and speaking of Bind, that's my third and final point, has been West Virginia's emergence recently on Bind. This was a map that earlier on this season we just never saw.
Yeah.
I think it was like those first 2 or 3 weeks we didn't see Bind pretty much at all in Division 1 or in NACE. In October, across all competitions, again, they played Bind 11 times compared to just six times in September, and have doubled their win rate on Bind recently across those 2 months. So I think with some of those comp changes, with we've seen Excite on Reina, and we're going to see Bind immediately right now. This is a map that they have really liked, that they have really liked to go to in these past couple of weeks, and it's been working out really well for them. And it looks like it's going to be the same comp that we've expected so far.
Yep, I mean, this is kind of what we saw last time. You got that Excite on the Reina, which is something you don't see at all on any other map, excluding Bind, but it has been working for them here. Obviously, we're going to see that double smoke on both sides. Enzo will be kind of on that Clove instead of the Brimstone that Gut collects run on Bind. So we're going to see a bit of a switch up there, but also a Chamber coming in as well, which is going to be interesting. I don't think we've seen that yet, have we?
I do like the Chamber. Selfishly, because Chamber's my favorite agent.
Oh,
but, yeah. Seeing a Chamber, I do think it's good. I mean, I think there's a lot of really crafty angles you can take with an operator if you want to push up into showers, and just having that TP as a get out of jail free card. A lot of times you want to swing long, you want to swing hoop, you want to swing showers, you want to kind of play on top of that bus on A site and look down A main. There's a lot of good kind of sight lines there defensively with the operator that Cumberland are, I'm sure, going to try and take advantage of. And then, as we said, the Mountaineers, strictly bread and butter so far, as they've been on these kind of past few weeks.
100%.
Just to kind of, Excite has won 4 games in a row on Bind on Reina on West Virginia, or as a part of high level competition on NACE and Division 1, things like that. So this has been working for them. As I said in pregame, it's a map that they've really kind of caught their stride on. I'm not surprised at all that we're going to see it this early. So, and I think that West Virginia has already put themselves in an advantageous position.
100%. And I think we're just going to see, I mean, it's always fun to see Excite kind of, just trying something a little bit different, but it has been working. When I saw it for the first time, I was a little concerned. I thought maybe it was a misinput, but no, it's for the real deal. And Excite has proven himself to actually be able to hop on duelists and duel, get the kills when he's needed to get them, frag out when that's also a necessity, and hopefully that can be maintained today. And Cynic will pick up a nice and fast kill there on Inox. Nice shots landing. 2 players now over here in Lamson is trying to swing out. Zeka will pick up 1, now picking up another. Atlas picking up the last attacker there, and a flawless pistol round. Wow.
It was a really good crossfire setup there. And we immediately saw the impact that a Chamber can have with that Headhunter immediately finding that opening pick over at B long. But it was just a pretty textbook crossfire there set up on a one player near Dice, couple players in Lamps, and then Western just kind of walked right into it.
Yeah, I mean, they just did not really clear that player there on the bomb site, and that kind of wreaked havoc to their entire attack. I believe they won both their pistol rounds on Bind the last time we saw them here, but obviously the competition has been heightened here against Cumberland, so it's going to be a very different type of scenario here.
Yes.
But
even with all I've said about how well they've been playing recently, Cumberland is the best team that they've played since they played Winthrop.
Yes, 100%. Enzo will get taken out here early. That is a nice start for the Mountaineers. Not able to pick up that gun, though. 4 Classics and a Sheriff here for this WVU roster.
Look at where Atlas is. He's already kind of flanking. He's probably going to meet A77 head on here. I don't know if they're going to expect him to be here. Oh, this could be dangerous for the Mountaineers. He misses both. And Inox might have the timing on him. Yes, he will.
Huge. Massive play there from Inox, picking up his 2nd kill of the round. Now Cynic will pick up, though, 1 onto A77. These Outlaws are going to be dangerous, but now Inox has 1 in his hand. The Chamber's going to have to go big here. This is a very crucial round for Cumberland to win if they want to try to snowball here on defense. And Cynic picks up another 1 onto Inox. Inox already low, doing his job here. And now a Spectre play picks up 2 in the smoke. It is all up to Excite here with the Sheriff.
30 seconds left.
Trying to take some guns out of this Cumberland hands here, and Zeka just still playing on this left side corner. Bomb is down. The Outlaw misses the first one. Nice headshot there by Excite. Might try to swing out here once again with the Sheriff. Shots don't land. Smith gets his third of the round, and Cumberland will take round 2.
It's not the worst anti-eco in the world, though, for the Mountaineers. You're going to take 3 guns out of the hands of Cumberland. You're going to hit their bankroll a little bit, and now you're going to have a chance to come back with the Phantoms, with the Vandals. Obviously, that patch, another big part of it was the some fundamental changes to spraying in Valorant with these rifles. It's much more prevalent now. It's much more viable now. So Cumberland looking to kind of maintain with what they got right now. One Vandal going to be purchased by Enzo, but then the Outlaw stays a Bucky. I believe that was, yeah, Bucky in the hand of Atlas.
Oh my goodness, Simic picking up another one. Been absolutely on fire today, and Enzo gets a spray through the smoke onto Excite's Mountaineer team is already falling apart. And they've got to get something going here. Simic finally going down. Doug picking him up on the site.
It's one of those crucial sightlines I was talking about as to why Chamber can be really effective on this map. It's just your ability to kind of lurk up into showers, take your one shot, and get out for free. Simic uses that to his advantage there. Guck's able to find one to even this up. 3 all. Atlas, a missed time swing, and Guck finds just third of the round.
Star looking to get a little bit active here, and Dink shuts that down pretty swiftly. This round was not looking good at the start for the Mountaineers, but it's all up to Guck 107, and he delivers, finding 3 already here, and now it's all up to Zeka. He went big with the Spectre last round. I don't think he'll have too much success this time, as he is simply outmanned and outgunned. He's going to be forced to try to swing out, and the crossfire is going to be there as well. At this point, just kind of looking maybe to find a single exit frag here to get something. Sprays will come in, nothing will follow through, and Dinks picks him up. Mountaineers taking their first round here on round 3, and that is a big win for them there. I mean, it was looking a little dire outside of that round.
Yeah, it was a huge win. Obviously, down a play early, but then Guck finds 3 to just completely swing the round back in favor of the Mountaineers, and Dinks cleans it up, finding those last 2. Now we're going to see our first round here. Fully equipped, both of these teams now. All that they need. I'm going to be interested where Semic is going to go now with this Vandal. Probably play a little bit more passive. He's going to take that angle on top of that bus towards A main.
Yeah, and Simic has been playing just absolutely insane so far here, and definitely did not want to see that man with an operator later on. Inox will pick up one there pretty swiftly onto Atlas.
Atlas has been so aggressive near showers.
Hasn't really seemed to work out. The TP will come in as well. DK following through. Enzo kind of trapped here in this right-hand corner. Might get sprayed through the wall. Enzo already 1/3 HP. Looks like the Mountaineers might just be kind of giving up on him. Looking to maybe catch a rotating Cumberland player off guard, and it seems like Dinks is just kind of stuck here. Enzo does pop the portal and does not think Ingle's going to be there, but Dinks is lurking and waiting. Little head tap. No, nothing will come in. Zeka picks up 197. Duck is that trade. Now it's a 4v2 here for the Mountaineers. Looks like maybe trying to get some B-site control, try to go through gardens. Only one Phoenix player on that side. It's going to be Snarly yet to find a kill so far in the series. 30 seconds here for the Mountaineers trying to make their attack. So they're going to try to play this very, very slow. Both Cumberland players are trying to maybe play for some information. And now here comes the explosive attack here on a B site. Only one player playing back tube. Looking, and he picks up one onto Inox. Make it a 3v1 here now on site. The swing will come through from Gokdo. And that is full site control. Excite getting this bomb down. One more smoke here for Guck.
If Sonic was able to get through here.
Yeah, I don't know if they know.
I don't think they do know. Nobody currently watching elbow. Semic might have a chance to make a play. Dinks is right above him. He doesn't quite get the timing. And Dinks will finally spot him. Finds the free kill onto the chamber play, and the Mountaineers tied up 2-all.
Yeah, that was a little dangerous there for Dinks. Already kind of low health.
Luckily, got a little bit spooky.
He did get a little spooky up there. Just kind of like a gargoyle, just sitting up top and waiting for his time to strike. And luckily, Simic does not clear it all the way, and it will be the death of him. 5-2 so far in this match, just playing out of his mind, and that ultimate's also going to be ready, so that pocket up, you know, coming through. It could wreak havoc on this Mountaineer team if they're not careful.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets popped this round. He's going to commit to the full shields with no gun, and it will get popped.
What am I
looking at? 4 players in a short, and Inox was able to spot one, and now he's going to hear a lot more over here towards A short, and he's probably going to come that to his teammates, and it looks like West Rangers are going to get out here fast on B.
And there is not really a single defender actually on this B-bomb site. Enzo picks up one of the Guk with the Sheriff. A nice one-tap there. And there's only one defender on B side. Now they're trying to rotate on through. And
where Cumberland is on the map.
I don't even know what I'm watching right now. Somebody just hops out of window and takes down Dinks.
Now, a lot of this round's all going to have to come down to now to Inox on this flank. He's going to have to try and find something here. It's going to be a lot of Cumberland players coming back through defender side spawn. Wishing just get the bomb down, but still down 2 players.
Yeah, we're going to see Excite trying to clear out lamps there. Now he's going to have to play big here. Excite picks up one. Ace makes another 3v3. Now Emperor's going to get popped. Atlas finds one with a Bucky. Anos gets the trade out, though. Now a 2v2. Atlas trying to get the defuse off. He might just stick it. And he will. Simic gets wait, he didn't. Oh,
Atlas
he did not
falls, but he does get half, and Simic finds the final kill of the round onto Inox. Inox, I think, got him with like maybe 1/10 of a second left on that defuse.
Yeah, I mean, that I actually thought he did get it. He did not, but regardless, Simic does pick up 3 there. I mean, that was a humongous ultimate. Probably won them the round, but also what a weird game plan there for Cumberland. Just kind of just exploding out onto A short and then rotating through spawn over to B, then back over to A. I don't even know what I was watching. It was like some ballerinas.
With the type of pie that they had, I kind of like that play.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have Semic really close on A short. Maybe he gets one with his operator immediately, and then that's a gun on the ground that Cumberland can try and take advantage of and pick up. And obviously worked out well for them, even with Semic not getting that initial pick. Guk can use his ult early here, try and take... Puka's going to be cleared out, but the Cumberland utility is there. Western is floating onto site now. Dinks finds one on the Snarly. Looks back towards Garden. I think he knows one's there. Excite going to make his way over towards Elbow, and the Mountaineers going to get this bomb down.
Yeah, and a great side take here. Atlas playing super aggressive on that window. Does not work out in his favor. Look at these sprays trying to come through. Enzo finds one on a Dink. Simic is trying to play in the Cypher's Pit, but the decay is slowly taking him down. And now the shorty play from 97 here. Guk picks up one on Zeka. 4v2 for Cumberland.
One enemy remaining.
We're going to see only one more. It's going to be the last player over here in Elbow. Enzo finds the one on a Guk, though. Can he get another? Dog does not come through. It will get broken, but the bomb is ticking down faster and faster, and it looks like Enzo still electing to try to hang around and maybe try to get one more kill. He is pinched, though. He finds one, and he gets another one. The wide
He's going to get out. He gets out to the TP. Enzo converts a 1v4, doesn't win the round, but that's going to be such a hit to the Mountaineer economy.
Wow.
And now Semic's going to have enough by himself, a real operator now. The Mountaineers are able to kind of recoup with 5 rifles, but that's only 850 total creds left over after this round. So the Mountaineers staring down the barrel of economic fortune if they're not able to win a couple rounds here. Yeah,
and I mean, that was unfortunate there. Enzo just kind of getting pinched, but it did not seem to matter, and he got that wide swing over on Garden.
Semic gonna get aggressive here in showers. Backing it for the time. Here's that Sky Dog and does get spotted. So the Mountaineers know where he is, but the op has not been revealed yet.
Yeah, smart play there to try to whip out the pistol. So far, no knowledge on the gun that he has, and I think Semic has proven his op shots are on the money. A-side's going to be a very difficult one to take as 3 Cumberland defenders, including that operator, are trying to take their space, and we can see both of the B-side players just kind of sitting over on guard and waiting for this teleport. The Seekers will come in, trying to get a little bit of information. Off shot won't come through. And now the Leers are getting ready. The Mountaineers are about to explode off to A short here. Dinks jumping out. Excite takes down the operator. 2 more players over in Lamps. Excite getting both of them. And now it's all up to Snarly. What a play by Excite.
Snarly towards showers, and the Mountaineers know exactly where he is. Surely not another 1v4 gonna come through here for Cumberland. The Mountaineers need to save as many guns as possible in A77. Flicks on his walls for a second and finds Snarly.
We know what we're doing. Trust each other.
The Mountaineers
and
able
we'll
to
be fine.
walk away with 4 guns there. Did have to commit a lot of ultimates. I believe that they've used 4 ults in the past 2 rounds. But just that Clove ult on the side of Cumberland, which is really situational. Semic already, though, halfway to another op, and we know how dangerous that is in his hands. But getting that op out of his hands last round is going to be massive for the Mountaineers, and it's going to be Sheriff, Stingers, maybe a classic. All for the side that Cumberland. The Mountaineers are poised to take a 2-round lead here early on attack.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing just explosive power from this Mountaineer squad right now. Just able to roll out onto A short. It didn't really work very well in the pistol round, but now that they have some rifles, we saw Excite clicking some heads over in Lamps, and now Inside trying to get aggressive here with the Sheriff. Will get a body shot onto Excite. Probably not the player you want to damage early on, as that heal can come through later. Excite's proven he can find these kills. He ended up using that utility. Snarly playing over here on B long. Zeka and Showers. Cumberland's got very aggressive in Showers. Zeka seems to just kind of find the information he needs to get and then backs back up to Enzo.
He's got to be wary of Semic there, though, on top of that van. Does have that Headhunter, and he's proven to be deadly with his going to back up in the Lamps now.
Inox will go down on that Shower side, and now we're going to see, look at this Atlas grabbing that rifle. Will fall back, though. I thought he was maybe trying to go for a flank there, and now here comes the aggressiveness from this Mountaineer roster, just leering out, satcheling out, everything is coming through, and Dinks finds one. Enzo trying to get the heal with the flank coming through. 2v for the Mountaineers, a shorty play! And once again, it's all up to Snarly on the rotate through spawn. I mean, this is a bloodbath every single round on this A site. This is absolutely insane.
All of the guns have fallen on the opposite side of sight for Snarly. He's not going to be able to pick up a Vandal here. Dinks. Is Dinks going to get timed here? He might! Oh, but Snarly misses!
Oh, Snarly.
Oh, what a whiff from Snarly, and now the Mountaineers have all the information that they need. A77 though does have to be careful. There's someone kill somebody.
Gracious.
Oh my, no. Okay.
What did I just watch?
What is going on?
All right, so
Wow.
Wow, for sure. Regardless, they're looking like my flat lobbies. I'll tell you what.
An uncharacteristic round for both of these teams.
Yeah.
But now, after that heavy save from Cumberland, we are going to see the op, the rifles come back in, and it's going to be a timeout as well for the defending side. Semic is 10-5. We saw that chamber pick. We kind of felt its presence immediately in this lobby. He's been
100%.
a difference maker from the beginning. And then over towards that Mountaineer side, really even on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, I would argue this is probably more what you want to see out of your 5-man is just equality. You know, everyone's doing their part. You know, the lowest kill count is 5, and then you look at the side of Cumberland, you know, Semic has 10, Snarly has 2.
Snarly's been kind of caught out in a lot of these, like,
For
1v4,
sure.
1v3 situations. I believe he got one of his 2 kills last round after the incident occurred.
Yes, well,
he's been forced to kind of rotate or
He
play
has.
retake a lot.
He's been kind of the B-site player who has not really seen a lot of action, and I mean, when he did get some, you know, solid picks early on, but he's just kind of been that guy who's just waiting on the rotate, and then finally gets the calm. The walk is, you know, happy little feet on over, and he, you know, he's usually stuck on a 1v3 with a bad gun, and it's not really on him. You know, there's not much you can do in the scenarios. He did pick up one exit frag there in that last round, but ended up on the Dinks in the end, which he actually most likely should have killed. You know, he walked up and had the timing, but just wasn't there.
Was not there. And now interested to see what Cumberland's plan is here after their timeout. Semic going to be posted up in heaven with that operator. And the Mountaineers, once again, they've been taking their time so far. This attack in half has worked out well for them.
It has. And I honestly like these very slow executes. Looks like Dinks is kind of playing this corner, maybe seeing if a B player is going to try to walk up slowly. They have been playing B long a lot, and we're seeing Snarly do that once again, just kind of juggle peeking that angle to get a little bit of information. And once again, just playing this super duper slowly. Both sides just, you know, just poking and prodding on some information. Something is posted up with that operator over on A, just watching showers, and the Mountaineers are trying to rotate now over to B. I'm assuming they've got to know this Semic's probably somewhere with an operator right now.
I mean, you have to imagine he's had one about every other round, so I'm assuming that's definitely in the game plan right now, is to be wary of that Semic operator. But if they hit B fast enough, it might not really come into effect.
30 seconds left.
And the picks come through. Dinks and Inox both finding headshots there, and now 5v3 retake situation, and now that operator is going to be so much less effective.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, it's going to be very difficult now for Semic to try to make this work, and that is going to be a detrimental loss if they do lose that operator. And what a flick by Guck, my goodness. Taking down Zeka, now leaving Cumberland in a 2v5 scenario. Semic and Enzo both stuck.
Now, can Semic get out of here with this operator? It's going to be really tough. Smoke is down, though, if he can just try and lurk through. He is going to get through. Are the Mountaineers going to try and give chase here? I don't think they know that I don't think they've spotted the operator yet, however.
One enemy remains.
They do now,
my
they find him.
goodness.
Semic falls. Enzo, half HP, gonna get swung, gonna get taken out. Mountaineers with a flawless round. And such a crucial round for Cumberland with all of that util bot and with the timeout taken too to get flawless. That is absolutely brutal.
Yeah, and that's also just crucial to get that operator out of Semic's hand. I don't know if they even knew the operator, was in his possession, but the timing just came through and it was perfect.
Now, notably, he's only one ult orb away. I wouldn't be surprised if they got really aggressive towards showers here, tried to secure that ult orb, and then maybe tried to win it off the back of that chamber ult. And there's no Mountaineers right now to contest over towards shower, so it's probably just going to be a free ult orb here for Semic.
I've got your
That's
trail.
exactly what they're going to do. They're just going to explode out on the showers and just try to get everything they can, but that might leave B a little bit vulnerable. The TP already coming through from Enzo, gets taken out very swiftly.
That's the one rifle on the side of Cumberland, already dead.
Snarly might try to get active, and what a shot onto Inox. Gets the one tap, and returns the favor. And now Guck already getting this plant down. It's going to be a very hard retake here for Cumberland, despite the operator in the hands of Semic.
No, he's not going to pop it at this point.
He already has it.
Wow, he already popped it. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow, that could be devastating right now for Cumberland. To get no value out of this chamber ultimate, they're going to have a rifle along with it in the hands of Atlas. But Semic's taken out. Dinks finds one, just traded out by Zeka, but now a 2v3, and the Mountaineers do have that Brimstone ult. If they need it, Excite finds one, uses the dismissed, saves his own life, and now it's just Atlas.
Cool.
Excite finds him again. The Mountaineers are rolling.
What a dismiss there by Excite to get out in the nick of time. Dinks finds the operator with the tuck, and that is another big round for the Mountaineers. Somehow Cumberland able to scrap together some credits, though, to get a full buy for mostly everybody. Shout out Enzo there. He did have that rifle last round. Got, in my opinion, a little bit too aggressive there with the teleport. I mean, that the one rifle on your team, I respect the hero play, but when you go down, no one can really pick that up after you, and now, the rest of your team was kind of stuck with the gun deficiency, and it showed in the round loss. Oh no. Poor
Rough spot for
Snarly.
Snarly there. Atlas does find one of Inox, though. To keep the life fleet equal here for the time being. But it's a complete flood in the site for the Mountaineers, and now Cumberland's had to force their way back up, and Atlas finds one on the Guck. Atlas finds the second of the round, gonna dash from the site, get some information, and back out. Now Western is in a bit of a tough situation here unless they can find Semic right now on this timing, but Semic gets the timing onto Excite and finds A77 as well. Semic finds two, Atlas finds their third of the round, and Cumberland now fighting back. Only losing one that round, and Snarly just was in a really rough spot there, though, at the beginning there in Hookah.
Yeah, that was a very big round there for Cumberland. They needed that, and I'm honestly surprised. The Mountaineers had a really good flood, and I think Cumberland just kind of gave them the side and just played their ones. And
Cumberland have not been really fighting much when Western decides to flood on the site. They've been backing out. They've been taking these weird angles. They kind of all kited back into Garden that round.
Yeah, I think that was the play, because I mean, we see what happens when everyone groups up on A side, and then it's a bloodbath, and it looks like we're going to see a similar scenario here. And if the tides have been similar, we're going to see a Mountaineer win here this round, unless we get a timing from Simic! Finding three, getting a fourth! Are you serious? Can he get the ace?
Oh my
He can.
gracious.
I think I spoke too soon.
Semic, that
Switching sides.
such a crucial round. Last round and a half, and Semic wins it in 10 seconds. Absolutely ridiculous. 17-7 now. First half
out of
Scoreboard
turrets.
looking like that for Semic. Absolutely devastating. The Mountaineers had such a good chance there to really kind of take a foothold into this game. Winning 8 rounds on attack on bind can sometimes just be enough to carry yourself through to a complete map win, but Semic was doing a little bit too much there for Cumberland, and now 7-5. First round score, West Virginia moving back over towards defense.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how this Mountaineer defense is going to kind of play here. We're going to see 2 A-short players already getting active. Excite and Guck. I mean, it looks like, are they just going to kind of walk up, try to pull a Simic here? Oh my goodness, Starlight shut that down immediately. Guck will find one on the backside. And oh my gosh, what a shot there from Dinks to take down Atlas. Can he get another one? No, Zeka takes him out. 2v3 for the Mountaineers now. He's trying to take that teleporter.
Cumberland has to win this if the Mountaineers want a chance. Now the reinforcements are there, and he does fall. All 3 Cumberland players are going over towards Showers to secure that kill. And now it's just Inox and Zeka finds their 4th of the round. Cumberland, a lot of hero plays so far these actual rounds, and that's what the doctor ordered now. They found themselves winning 3 in a row. And almost be able to even this up again. They won the pistol on the first half and immediately converted that into an eco round win. We see Semic, he's done so much with this outlaw already, so obviously super dangerous in his hands.
Yeah, I mean, this is another big round here for Cumberland. They were able to capitalize, you know, on it the first time around, but now here on attack, it was close last time. It was a very, very close eco. That's what the Mountaineers is going to try to do now. Inox trying to jump peeking over here on B long. We'll get a bit of information. Bunch of Opera utility down over on that A short side. And oh, nice swing and taking down one with the Guardian. Oh, gonna get out of the hands. Enzo will pick up the second one. Trying to flood in there onto Gardens. And now the Mountaineers are going to play a bit different, Snarly.
Now the Mountaineers are all in no man's land at this point. Guck's going to have a shorty over there towards A short, but Cumberland are going to realize in just a few seconds here that there is nobody on this B site for the Mountaineers.
A little smoke down, try to
Are they going to realize
that trip.
They are, but Enzo's going to get that
Spike
bomb down. They're
planted.
going to take some pretty passive positioning here. Maybe Guck can find something here with the shorty, but odds are stacked against the Mountaineers.
Yeah, if Guck's able to clear this corner, Starner's just kind of sitting there with a ghost, just the weakest gun on this Cumberland roster. Maybe he can try to jump around it with a shorty and find one. Just going to be very unlikely, though, and I think...
Oh, looking for exits.
Yeah, just looking for exits right now, 100%.
A gun swap here as Enzo's going to try and clear this and not risk the Vandal.
What a shot there from Enzo. Guck does find the player backside with that shorty. Looks like now trying to get a little more active, and Dinks has another one on the Enzo. And now it's all up to Dinks.
Out of the
but
bomb.
Yeah.
Not give the ult orb. Make sure you get that extra cash. But now 7-all Cumberland, 4-round win streak. And the Mountaineers. This is similar to how that first half went, though. Now West Virginia with their first full buy round, looking for an Atlas once again, picking up that bucket, which we've seen him use quite a few times so far. Simic with the Guardian, and then it's going to be all rifles for the rest of the Cumberland players.
A lot of Phantoms here for the Mountaineer roster, all excluding Inox, of course. And the rifle rounds did go, I mean, very, very well for the Mountaineers there on attack. Can there be a similar effect here on defense? And what an aggressive angle there by Atlas, just dashing in and gets shut down immediately by Dinks. Not a player you want to meet there in Showers. And look at this. I mean, Enzo just walking completely up now into Lamps. Like, what is going on? Just literally W King here. I mean, the aggression by Cumberland is insane. Simic very, very low inside of Lamson. Dinks finds one on a Zeka, and now it's a 5v3. Simic is a sneeze away from going down.
Obviously, finding that last bullet on the big dog so far for this Cumberland team could secure this round one for West Virginia, trying to stop the bleeding. 5v3, as you said. Health, guns, players, all in favor of the Mountaineers. Dinks finds us third, but does get taken out by Enzo.
Yeah, Enzo was just kind of watching his angle the entire time, and it did work out in his favor. Does he know? Guck's just kind of sitting there. Something will go down. Only one more. The timing! Not going the way of Enzo. And a big round win there for the Mountaineer to take the first rifle here on defense.
Yep. Rinse and repeat what happened in that first half. The Mountaineers looking super strong. Dinks one ultra away from that showstopper. It's going to be essentially a full buy here for the Mountaineers with that one regen shields back on A77. But first buy round of this second half, and it's going to be a really crucial one here for Cumberland to not fall behind so fast like they did in that first half.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very crucial indeed. And once again, us kind of exploding out through showers like they did last time. Staying with a short, and Excite takes down Atlas. Atlas trying to get aggressive back-to-back rounds, and it's just immediately
Look at Enzo here. So aggressive. Once again, this Cumberland team running it down right now, and it's not working out for them. Guck finds him, but Zeka does get the trade onto Excite, and Enzo's going to pop that ult. The Mountaineers going to have to play really passive here just to kind of deny Enzo from getting this respawn. He's going to walk into 3 players. Gets taken out. Guck finds him. 2 kills from the same player in 1 round there for Guck, but that bomb is down.
That's going to be a very interesting retake here, but look at this. Inox walking on through showers. Zeka is waiting for him. It's a big 1v1, and it doesn't go his way. And now the Mountaineers will flood out on the back of A site and take down the remaining Cumberland players. I guess it did not matter there for Inox and Showers.
You just say that Inox just distracted them.
He did. He
was
was
a
distracted.
teammates. Dinks finds 2, Guck finds 3 that round. The Mountaineers looking really strong so far on all the rifle rounds. Cumberland, 7 round wins, but 4 of them come in on pistols and then ecos. So they have not found much success with the big guns in their hands, except for really Simic with that operator towards the kind of in the middle of that half, and then obviously the ace at the end of that first half. But besides that, Cumberland has really struggled so far in winning kind of these equal buy rounds. And now in a round like this, where they're just going to have 1 Vandal and some Sheriffs, Western is poised to take that 10-point threshold.
Yeah, and they can take another one here, like you said. I mean, this is huge, and 2 pistols in the hands of Cumberland. I'd like to say that they get as aggressive as they have been these last 2 rounds. I mean, we've seen Atlas just, in a sense, running it down on the showers, and it has not worked out at all. Dinks takes down Zeka. Inox gets one on Atlas, and once again, the aggression not working out. Dinks out-aiming Simic with the headhunter, and Cumberland is just absolutely falling apart. The aggression is never coming through. Inox takes a player out over on window, and Snarly is once again in his, like, 6th 1v5. I don't even know. This man is always
been a lot of those. I don't know if Snarly's just... I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Snarly is doing, but it's kind of a red flag when you're the last person alive, like so many times.
It is.
Like, what are you doing? You're not taking fights. You're not like swinging off your teammates. What's going on here?
Well, I guess they are playing that initiator, so I guess you're trying to like stay alive and just use your utility. But and I mean, I don't know. It's just we have not seen anything out of this aggressiveness on attack from Cumberland. It kind of worked well on defense in a couple of oddball rounds, but now here on attack, it's just falling apart.
It seems like every round that the Mountaineers have the utilities to fight back. The like hyper aggression from Cumberland has not been working out in their favor. They are going to have the attack op though here, and Simic over towards Showers. And they're just going to kind of leave the bomb back towards their own spawn and play for information for the time being. It would seem.
Cypher is going to deny a lot of time here for Cumberland. And look at this operator kind of extending out towards Shower. Simic, his first stop on this attack side. And oh my goodness, again, Atlas.
Just kind of walking on the site. No util, no nothing. But the Mountaineers don't know he's here.
This could be so big, especially.
A big timing here. Oh, but Inox sniffs him out and finds that pick on Atlas, who, as you said, is getting so aggressive, but it's just not really working out for him.
Not at all. It's an absolute 6th sense there, and if Simic doesn't clear this box on the right side, he's in for a world of trouble. Going to be a very tough shot. Guck take one out over on a short, and now this Cumberland attack is already faltering. Another one going down. I don't think they've cleared Showers out yet. The operator shot does not come through. Enzo, a nice one tap on a Dings, but it does not matter. Guck gets the trade, and the Mountaineers take their 4th rifle round in a row.
Yeah, this is really kind of where they've made their mark so far. 4 in a row. It's going to be another timeout for Cumberland. But unlike their last timeout, they're not really going to have a lot of utility in this next round to kind of convert one of these grand shots. Although we have seen them get really creative when they don't have, you know, all the guns that they want in some of these strats. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pick up something a little bit devious here on their timeout. Semic, I believe, was 17. I think Semic had 17 kills at the end of the first half, and has had nothing so far in this entire second half, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think not much really happened. I mean, Cumberland is, if you looked at those last 2 rifle rounds on defense earlier, it was, I mean, superb. And then the second the rifles came back here, and now they're on attack, it's been a different ball game entirely. Snarly's had to find, or at least Atlas had to find a kill.
We'd be remiss if we didn't mention the Legacy Dinks game here, 23-10.
Oh, yeah. Always. I think he dropped 40 on the last bind match.
40?
Yeah. I think there was a 40 bomb.
I don't think there was a 40 bomb.
I swear there was a 40. Maybe it wasn't last broadcast, but there was definitely a Dinks 40 bomb because I told him downstairs. I was like, yo, W40 bomb. And he was so nonchalant. He was like, oh, did I? Did I get a 40? I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, I didn't realize. I was like, dude, you're so nonchalant. It's crazy.
He's just so cool.
He's just the coolest guy, dude. He just doesn't care. He's just out here to play Valorant, you know? And buddy, I get it. A lot of aggression once again coming here from Atlas, the Guardian in his hand. But the Mountaineers are kind of playing over in showers. They don't know if it's been cleared yet. Duck, the shots are not falling too much. They will pick up 1. Nice shot there on to Simic. Dinks takes him out. Now 4v3 for the Mountaineers. All playing in showers. Dinks gets another one with the Outlaw. The last 2 Cumberland players are just kind of like ratting now. In corners, not get a little bit of aggression here with the Sheriff, and the shots do not fall at all. This miss excites some better positioning. Excite is like gonna wait for a teammate to come through. He does take out his A77 there with a nice headshot, but Dinks getting another kill with the Outlaw.
Has not had his chance this game to unleash with the Outlaw. He probably had to watch Semic use it so many rounds so far this game and wanted his turn. And we know how good he is with it. And now 26-10, Dinks is going to pick up the Operator. Oh boy.
Oh boy. If he's popping off with an Outlaw, imagine what this man's going to do with a Operator. I mean, it's just like, you know, you're winning races in your Nissan, and now you've got a Lamborghini. Let's see it, Dinks. I mean, I wouldn't say he's like carrying right now, but he's doing really well.
Showers, it would appear, swinging it immediately, but no Cumberland players looking to pick him for the time being.
Mountaineers are on match point here, so this could be the last round if they're able to capitalize on it. And we are now seeing, oh no, Atlas, don't do it again. You have a stinger. Are you going to be able to pull it off? No one seems to even be home. Snarly does get a nice spray through the smoke, and Inox taking down Atlas once again. Just the aggression has yet to work out. Cumberland now in a 4v4. Hoppers Pit is down. This is going to be a very fortuitous round for them, but they're going to be able to win it. Obviously, it's very necessary as they are on the match point. A nice bird. They're coming out. What a shot by Simic. Can't find the second one. And here comes the party. It's going to be Dinks. Will get taken out, though, before he can touch the ground. And now 2v2 Mountaineers on match point. Snarly will get figured out. And that will be all she wrote. Mountaineers will be taking bind and going up 1-0 in the series.
Out of charges.
It really has just been as simple as when both these teams have all their gadgets, the Mountaineers win.
Yes.
It's a complete rifle domination for this Mountaineer team. And now, I mean, I'm going to go back to my 3 keys I had at the start of this broadcast. West Virginia on bind, check. Duck, continue to play like he has, 17, 12, and 10 left to check. And then post-patch, West Virginia still have not dropped the map. Post-patch, they've been looking so good. Dinks, 27-11. I mean, 125 econ already. Not enough can be said about how Dinks played this map, but it was just kind of all Mountaineers there, except for like a couple pistol rounds, a couple of anti-eco rounds. But I mean, besides that, Cumberland didn't really have anything to kind of stand on. No,
not at all. I mean, it was just they had a couple good pistol rounds, and they actually won all their pistol rounds there on bind, and that was a very like weak, I guess, showing from the Mountaineers. The pistol rounds just were very dominant.
Yeah, well, winning both their pistol rounds, and then you kind of have that eco round next. That's almost like 4-round wins by default.
By default,
and
yeah.
then losing 13-7.
Yes. So you only really won 3 of your rifles, which was obviously.
And then one of them was just Semic getting an ace in the
yes,
second.
Exactly. Did they win a single rifle round there on attack?
No. As soon as the Mountaineers got their guns, because it was 7-5 at the half.
Yeah.
Cumberland got the pistol round the
And
eco
the
ring,
eco.
and then as soon as the Mountaineers got rifles in their hands, that was it. But we are going to send it before this second map. Going to send it to a quick break, real quick. Once again, if you want to skip out on the ads, make sure to drop us a sub, drop us a Twitch Prime, anything and everything that you guys can contribute to us to help us keep it on this product is much appreciated. We'll be right back.
No confiaron, pero mira, no. Llego con los míos y la grada explota. No confiaron, pero mira, no. Llego con los míos y la grada explota. Y'all sit back and watch me speak. About to take over your screen. Talking bulls in 93. Talking mom, I'm on TV. Y'all know all I do is me. All I do is me. Y'all sit back and watch me speak. Y'all sit back and all I know, my money green. About to snap and make a scene. My cup off and make this free. My cup off and make them scream. Go pop off for TMZ. Y'all sit back and watch me speak. Y'all sit back and watch me speak. Y'all sit back and watch. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Sit back and watch. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back. Money long, nothing on credit. I got style, don't catch no feelings. All this bread ain't got no lettuce. I got style, don't catch no feelings. Watch me. Watch me. Sit back and watch. Sit back and watch. Sit back and watch. If it ain't got style, I ain't with it. I ain't with it. If it ain't got style, I ain't with it. Look. If it ain't got style, I ain't with it. I ain't with it. If it ain't got style, I ain't with it. Look. Watch me. Sit back and watch. Watch me. Sit back. Sit back. Watch me. Sit back and watch. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back. Sit back.
Alrighty, here we go here on Haven for the second map. Guck107 is instantaneously picking that Omen.
I'd imagine we're going to see the Jet come out. I'd imagine we're going to see the Viper come out. Maybe Sky probably as well.
Interesting. Snarly is going to lock in that breach. That's a agent we kind of saw got, in a lot of people's eyes, nerfed to the ground, gutted. Some terminology you might see on Twitter, but Snarly, not one of those believers, picking it here today, and Atlas is going to pick that Neon. We saw him get so aggressive earlier on the waylay. Did not really work out too well on that attacker side on Bind, but I'll try to just kind of maybe keep that going here on map 2. Haven is a bit more attack-sided, so you're going to see, maybe the aggression pay off a little bit better, and Dinks will get on that Jet as well.
Yeah, this is the default comp for the Mountaineers on Haven these past couple weeks. I mean, Dinks has been really kind of come out so far on Jet. He's been really a lot more versatile over these past few weeks. It used to be all Neon all the time, but now it's a lot more Jet. It's a lot more Raze, and it's been working out really well for the Mountaineers. Dinks played incredibly that last map onto Bind, so looking to kind of carry through on that momentum. I'm interested to see kind of how the rifle rounds go. Yeah, that's going to be super telling. If regardless of who wins the pistol rounds, if the Mountaineers can win 80% of the rifle rounds like they did that last map, it doesn't really matter if you lose pistol.
Yeah, no, not at all. So I mean, those are going to be if there's anything they've talked about going into this map, it's going to be how to try to approach these rifle rounds a little bit differently, so you can not kind of get in those just absolute trenches. You're going down. And severely in credits, and you're like 5 rounds down, and you can't seem to get a rifle round, even if you bought it.
Mm-hmm.
But these pistol rounds, I mean, they've gone well. If Mountaineers can, capitalize on those, then They've already been strong here on the rifles. It could spell disaster for Cumberland. But we'll have to see here.
Cumberland going to start off back on defense. Haven, as we talked about, a resided map. Typically, is going to favor that attack inside more West Virginia. We saw how slow they played their attack set on Bind. Interested to see if they kind of do something similar here. Take these fights at their own pace. It's going to be Semic solo anchoring onto that A. I'm assuming that Silvadar's going to come out pretty early, try and get some information. And we're going to hop into a tech pause real quick.
Cheeky little tech pause. You love to see him. But like you said, Cumberland starting this off on defense, which is notoriously Haven obviously attacker sided with the three sites. Mountaineers, a lot of times, I think they really loved that C bomb site. We've seen that a lot on Haven. Notoriously have not really picked B too often. Usually they're just either exploding out of the C. We've seen that a lot. I don't know if we'll see that again here. Maybe we have a 5 ghost stack here for Cumberland as well. They do have that C site locked down a little bit by KJ.
It's going to depend a lot on where Zeka decides to set up. If Zeka is going to be hard set up on C this entire half, I'd imagine the West Virginia are probably going to deter it a little bit more than we've seen them in the past. Maybe try and hit B a little bit more often. That's Cumberland immediately is already up mid. They've been playing this so aggressively. Gux, they get caught by complete surprise here. It's taken out. So does Inox. And Cumberland, the aggression was not looking good on Bind, but it's working out really well here so far on Haven.
Wow. Finally get a nice blind coming through. Another flank coming through from Atlas, his third of the round. And, this is starting off perfectively. That's not a word, but Snarly finds the last.
Yeah,
wow.
Perfect might not even be a good enough word to describe how well that went for Cumberland. So maybe we do have to make up our own word for that.
I think, yeah, that's actually how well it did go. You're right. So, but the aggression there from Snarly and Atlas did not work at all on attack earlier on, and it worked okay on defense. But here now, I think it's actually what you got to do. If you're on a map like Haven, getting that aggression on defense and not just kind of sitting back and letting the attackers use their utility to kind of bait you out and get you out of your positions.
I think Atlas is going to get really aggressive here on shorts again with that outlaw. Sliding up into sewers. Trying to find that immediate pick. It's put the Mountaineers deter, and they're going to now take control of the pace of this. It'd be quickly, but Enzo finds 2, and the Mountaineers now have to back up. And Atlas finds 2 through the flank in window. We saw last round, it was Semic with the outlaw. This round, this game, it's going to be Atlas. And Cumberland took those 2 rounds in a minute flat.
Yeah, that was very, very quick.
But this is where it's going to matter. The Mountaineers have rifles again, and this is where Cumberland just had nothing going for them at all in that first map. We're going to see how they respond, how they kind of change up their strategy a little bit. We are going to see Zeka switch sides over towards A. C is completely wide open here for Cumberland.
Yeah, and Cumberland is kind of playing, I guess weird is the correct terminology there. It's working out for them. And look at Atlas just sliding up. Will get taken out this time. Can find a lot of value and Excite. We'll get Zeka as well, making it a 4v3.
Enzo is up at window. The Mountaineers, though, are going to back off and head towards A, but that's a lot of util over there at A, and Enzo's on the flank.
The Mountaineers here, I am just consistently worried about this flank. They've done it every single round. They're doing it once again here, but no one seems to be looking. And Enzo might find a lot of nice timing, and Snarly takes out Dinks, making it a 3v3.
Enzo finds 1. Enzo Excite, the Mountaineers now. Guck is going to get 1 through the smoke there, but now a 4v3 turned into 2v2 here. And the Mountaineers going to have to back up. Going to get Guck back up to 100 HP, but Acer7 has 6.
And Enzo's upgraded now to a Phantom from that Spectre, and it's looking like Acer7 is going to elect to pop this bomb down as
30 seconds left.
Guck is going to walk up and might catch Enzo off
Guck
guard.
might have a timing here.
This could be some absolutely
huge
insane
timing. Here's the flash.
They're on site now.
Yeah, he is, and A77's back over on B site.
One enemy
And
remaining.
he comes through, and Guck finds 1. Enzo knows where he is now. And
Oh
Guk
my
just straight to the smoke. Full running and hits a headshot. 2 headshots through the smoke in that round for Guk, and West Virginia needed both of them. A fortuitous round to be sure for the Mountaineers, but still able to come through and get that win. And now we're going to see Zemek clean up the Odin. He has used just about every gun in the game so far in this match, and that looks like it's going to continue. But it's another rifle round win for the Mountaineers.
Yep, and that is just, I mean, that is a huge rifle win there for this WVU roster. And I mean, Guk just showing out over there on C side. The round did look a little dire at first with that flank coming through and the attack over on A not really going their way, but in the end, it all works out in their favor. And once again, Atlas is just walking up and is going to try to tuck in over here at window. The Mountaineers might expect these shenanigans coming into this now, and it's looking like they will. The stun will come through, but Guk eventually lands the shots there, and we'll get Atlas taken out. A nice snow, but Guk will get found out by Enzo, and Enzo kind of in a very weird predicament here. Excite capitalizes on that one. The sprays are coming through here from Dinks. Someone's running out of ammo. Only 1 magazine for him left, and Cumberland down 2 players, making this a 4v3, and 2 of them are kind of leaning over towards the C side as Simic with this Odin is holding down A long.
Oh, this could be bad. We see how well Simic has played so far this match. If he gets... Oh, but he's been spotted by Dinks. The recon bolt's destroyed. They did not spot the Odin, though, but it doesn't matter. The West Virginia's going to be running it down now. On A main, flooding onto site, trying to spot where Simic might have gone. Now they do know that that Odin is in his hands. It's a 4v3 with the Mountaineers with the bomb down.
Oh, some big shots there onto Dinks, and now the Odin will get taken down. Ace and 7 with the heal coming through. Now a nice crossfire, but Zeka will pick out from heaven, taking out Dinks, but all up to Starly. And they know where he is, and it's only about time. The dog will not get a connection. 6 bullets, can't do the job. The Mountaineers take the second rifle round to tie this thing up.
Yes, they do. Similar, I mean, it's gone exactly how that first game went. Cumberland are not able to win these rifle rounds, and now they're forced back onto another save. Atlas is going to have that ult. Interested to see if that does get utilized here for this Cumberland team, but it's going to be a lot of sheriffs, a little bit of armor. West Virginia has everything and anything at their disposal right now, though, and coming up on a lot of ultimates.
Yeah, I mean, just Mountaineers can really win this in a convincing fashion and not dump too much into this. I mean, there's only 1 ultimate for them, and it's just going to be Guk. Atlas does have his ultimate online. And look at this once again. Simic just kind of walking up over here on A long, holding this angle. If he can find a trade, I mean, that's big value on a eco round like this. Mountaineers, though, not looking to make their vacation over onto A, and now choosing maybe to split on the B. They're going to try to shoot this garage door down, and we're seeing Atlas force a tuck in this corner. 1 minute left here. Mountaineers still in spawn, just waiting things out. Not trying to play too aggressive. They have the gun advantage. They know that. As long as they can just not lose any lives and try to keep this as stable as they possibly can, they should come out victorious. And look at Atlas once again just getting so aggressive. And Enzo finds one of the dinks, but he's traded out swiftly by Excite. It's looking like a B push coming in from the Mountaineers here, where not a single Cumberland player is able to try to stop this. And now he's not the timing on Zeka, and he will. And now a stray coming through onto Simic through the wall, making this a 4v2. Snarly is on this back of B site with the Ghost. I don't know if the Mountaineers know he's there, and the Ghost not going to do the job. Gog takes him out, and for some reason, Atlas pops his ult there at the end. I do not know why. That's a very big ultimate down.
And it was after his last teammate died. That was just a raw 1v4, and Atlas died to pop the ultimate there. Did not work out in his favor, and now he's shooting his teammate to the wall. What an interesting decision there. That's such a big ult, too.
It is. Yeah, that was a humongous ult there for them. I mean,
and Cumberland still can't win a rifle round.
No, it's been maintained.
That wasn't really. They had pistols, but
that is true. But like that was because of their losses in the rifle round, the previous 2. So you know. Duck might be getting a little spicy here, and we'll be able to take down Atlas. Another gunfight might come his way. The paranoia will come through. Snarly will go down. What a flank by Gok, using that ultimate to get in the back of sight, and Enzo will take 2 down to the smoke.
Spike down. C.
Inox trains him out. Enzo, though, getting aggressive here on this ultimate.
What is going on in this?
I don't know. These ultimates are not the smartest choices, I would say.
Like, Guk's ult wasn't smart either. He just teleported into the enemy spawn, but just managed to kill 2 anyways.
Yep, and Guk will get taken down here on this
enemy
side. And
remaining.
oh my goodness, what a shot from
Spike down,
Zeka!
C.
Only 11 health for him. This is very winnable here if you're Dinks, though. If he can just get the knowledge of where these last 2 players are, he might be able to take them both down. Long body shot for Zeka. Will do the trick.
Jinx does spot one.
Enemy remaining.
Finds one, and now it's 1v1. Full health for both players. The dash. And Dinks finds it! Oh my goodness, he broke his ankles.
The crossover from Dinks. Oh my goodness.
And Cumberland can't win a rifle round.
Cynic is 0-4. I mean, this is a complete switch up
Yeah.
from the way he was looking there on bind, especially early on defense. I do not know what is going wrong here for Cumberland. They look so dominant on those first 2 rounds, and these rifle rounds just never seem to go their way, especially on attack. But I mean, they're defending here, and this is just not. I don't know.
They're gonna get aggressive again. Atlas already over towards window. We've seen them do this time and time again. Have Cumberland. Semnik no finds his first kill of the round. Wallbang headshot though finds Guk. That's gonna be a huge pickup, but Atlas is spotted and gets taken out. Good use of that Skyduck from A77. Then they spent some finals of his own onto Enzo. West Virginia, despite losing one early, has kind of flipped this round once again, and it's just going to be a Sheriff of Vandal Nabucki away from a 5th straight round win for the Mountaineers, and Inox finds Semnik. The Sky ult's out. Finds one of its targets. Snarly's going to swing out here and wins the gunfight against Dinks, who had an uncharacteristic little bit of a whiff there. A77 finds the trade, and now a 1v3 Zeka, Bucky in hand.
Not a lot you can really do here when you have a Bucky, especially when you have somebody walking up behind you. Not going to matter, though. A7 taking him out with the Phantom. A little spray on the body there, coming in right at the end. But now the Mountaineers, once again, just kind of extending their lead. Cumberland finally on a full buy here. But a timeout will come through, and I think a very, very needed one.
Guys do have 2 ults here, but West Virginia, obviously, I mean, 3 of their own and 3 humongous ultimates. Really 5 huge ults are on the board here so far in this round. Sova, Breach, although Breach ult, I do believe, did get dinged a little bit in that recent patch.
It did.
But what is Cumberland going to try and do here? Are we going to see a bit of a pace change? We've seen them play so aggressive so far, and it worked out initially. And they won those first 2 rounds in 60 seconds total. But after that, West Virginia has kind of grown wise to their tactics, and it's not been paying nearly the same. Do they kind of maybe play a little bit more passive? West Virginia's been playing so passive so far. I think trying to impartially counteract the aggression from Cumberland. Maybe Cumberland takes their time here and kind of forces West Virginia to make that early aggressive move and see if that works out for them. But because I got to imagine you have to change something. I think that's like 7 straight round. Or what is it? 7 straight rifle round losses in a row? More than that?
More than that, yeah, because they did not win a single rifle round.
It's something crazy because it's 5 this round, and then I think it was 6. So that's 11 straight rifle round losses.
Yeah.
As soon as West Virginia is getting these rifles in their hands, they have not lost.
Yeah, I mean, and that is the biggest part here. This game in Atlas, what a play! Somehow able to take down Dinks, and Enzo finds 2 through the wall. Make it a 3rd. Are you serious? And A7 just kind of being sprayed down now, and the flank also coming through here soon. It'll be very tough for him to try to do anything here. He will find one of the Atlas, but Simic taking him out swiftly, and now Cumberland finally finding their first rifle round win on a insane play by Enzo with the Guardian.
They had to find something there eventually. I mean, no team loses 12 rifle rounds in a row.
No, that's unheard of. You can't do that. 11's fine, but 12, no.
That's just impossible. Cumberland Didn't have to commit any ultimates there either, so a huge round one for them. West Virginia obviously has plenty of money to spare, however. They're going to be able to buy right back up. And with 3 ults of their own, with 2 more coming on the way, West Virginia, if they can kind of space these out correctly, they could walk away with maybe 9 rounds here on Haven attack. And you got to think on Haven attack, you need at least 7.
Oh, 100%. So they got to play this very smart here. And once again, just Liss playing super aggressive. This Viper roll is going to choose to be a little dicey for him. And the Dinks swings out just in time. But now here we go.
Just hasn't worked out for him. Come on, the Dinks, but Snarly gets killed pulling his ult out. That's both ults used for Cumberland, and they're still finding themselves in a 4v2.
Yeah, I mean, that is a generational breach ult there, and that is not what you want to see at all.
That's not how it got nerfed, by the way.
One
No.
enemy remaining.
It is now all up to Zeka, who is just going to be caught in this crossfire. Paranoia is going to make it so much worse, and
Goodness.
wow, I mean, this is just getting a little out of hand with these rounds here. I mean, out of the last...
And now, that's a lot of yellow over there in the top right.
That
5 ults available for the Mountaineers. Cumberland just used 2 of their strongest ones that round. They are going to have that lockdown from Zeka, but I mean, also you got to think with 3 bomb sites.
Yeah, see, the lockdown is not as good on
Yeah.
maps that have 3 bomb sites. For
because
sure.
I mean, you can shut down. It's the same thing with like Viper's Pit. Being able to shut down an entire bomb site is not as valuable when there's 3 of them.
Yes, 100%. So I mean, that's going to be not, it's going to be, very beneficial for them, but not as beneficial as it usually would be. And oh my goodness, Inox taking one down on the Atlas, which is out immediately by Stomach, finds another one.
Down A.
Dinks putting them
Over
up
here in
on that.
heaven, do they know he's here? I imagine he probably got. Maybe Snarly heard something, heard that ult go off.
Spike
Maybe
planted.
bomb down in that Viper's Pit as well. This is where Viper's Pit and Lockdown can both be super helpful. That would be, and it will come out. West Virginia's going to have to back up here. They are going to be able to kind of
They're
sneak
gonna
into
just
that little
try to
corner
tank it?
there.
Very anxious to see how it's going to find out. Duck will find one through the smoke. Zeka swinging him. Now all for one player is going to be Enzo. The 40
goodness.
coming out from Excite. Wow. 7-3 now.
That was so well played from Excite. So unbelievably well played. 7-5 now for him. A huge Viper's Pit. Still 3 ults left here for the Mountaineers. Just 2 rounds remaining in this half, and all Cumberland have is that Clove ult, which Enzo hasn't really been using to the best of its ability so far, despite him having a pretty decent half himself. But it's going to be some Sheriffs, it's going to be some Guardians. West Virginia in firm control to get at least 8 overall in this first half.
Again, that's going to be a very strong attack of the Mountaineers. So they are able to do that, and Enzo picking up another Guardian wallbang. Seems to be very, very good at that. And the Bucky on this left-hand side, Paranoia might try to come up there, try to clear it, and somehow Zeka just kind of jump shots onto Zekan, or sorry, onto Guk. Zeka goes down on sight. Now 2v4 for the Mountaineers. It has all gone wrong over here on Sewers. Look at this. I mean, we're just seeing the Mountaineers now trying to maybe pull this round back. There's not too much you can do, and Snarly
Spike down A.
taking down 18-7, who's already super low. It's all up to Inox. If he can find maybe 1-2 kills here, that'll salvage the round just a little bit, and the flank might come through, but Atlas sneaking something a little suspicious, and Inox is a little bit far to the right. And a Thrifty coming in from Cumberland. That is a much-needed win, trying to get their economy back in shape.
They desperately needed that right there from Cumberland. They're able to get the job done, and now Atlas is going to have another one of those Neon nodes. Hopefully finds more success with it than his last one, and Inox, Dinks, ult of their own, and that's going to be an Odin and an Operator in the hands of Inox and Dinks as well. We have very rarely seen, I think it was the same from last map. We only saw the Operator come out from Dinks in the last round of a half, because it's such a big investment and you don't want to risk it getting in the hands of the opposition. So batting around like this. And Inox, or sorry, that's Guk. Oh, couldn't quite find it, and Enzo gets aggressive once again, and it's going to work out for him this time.
Drop in a smoke.
Yeah, much needed win there for Guk. Did not work out in his favor, and now Cumberland will take this man advantage with a smile on their face. We are going to see the sewer play again here from Zeka. I do not know if he expects a sneaky little Excite to be ratting in this left side corner with a Phantom. I mean, I know I wouldn't, but it's looking like we're going to have a little rat off here over on sewers. Who can roleplay the best? Zeka or Excite? A Killjoy ultimate will come out here from Inox, and now it's looking like
Beckett's.
Oh, the timing might come through. Yes, it will. Zeka taking out Excite. We'll get traded out pretty swiftly, though. Now 3-3 for both sides here. Killjoy will get one detain.
It's going to be Enzo there in that close left corner, but
30
they're not going to know. Oh, dinks!
No.
Awful timing once again for the Mountaineers. Inox falls, A77 falls, and Cumberland string together two humongous rounds there to end that half to escape with a 7-5 scoreline. Wow.
I mean, the Mountaineers definitely went into that round looking like the favorites. I mean, they had the operator, they had all the ults, and it just did not go in their favor, and Dinks kind of finding a very unfortunate bit of timing there.
A couple unfortunate timings there for the Mountaineers, but that's just kind of how the ebbs and flows of a match of Valorant. You know that some of those are going to go in your favor, some of those aren't. And it's going to be your ability to kind of bounce back from those unlucky breaks. And now West Virginia still obviously won that half, but only 7 on attack on Haven isn't really as impressive as it sounds.
Yeah. And I'm very interested to see if Cumberland can... I mean, they did not have a very good attack earlier on Bind, as we saw, and I'm wondering if they're going to keep that aggressiveness up that they have kind of been known for here on these pistol rounds. And it's looking like we're probably going to see that pretty soon. B is going to be a hot zone for both of these teams right now. Guk and NACE7 just kind of lurking on that backside, as we're going to see Atlas walking up slowly. Stuns come out. Here comes the slides as well, and an immediate take onto B. A humongous paranoia might come through, though. The right click doesn't find
Oh my
anybody
goodness.
some way.
Guk millimeters off from maybe even 2 kills there. Zeka's will be taken out from Inox, who hits the nice headshot there. The Mountaineers, though, have quite a hill to climb here if they want to win their first pistol round of this match. Dinks, though, evens it up at 3v3. Health advantage, though, in favor of Cumberland. Semic finds 2. And it's now all in the hands of Excite, and he gets taken out through the smoke. Semic finds his 3rd of the round, closing out that 3v3 all on his own. And Cumberland win their 4th straight pistol round.
Yep, and that is, I mean, these pistol rounds dictate a lot of the economy. Arguably the most important rounds on each half, and Cumberland has proven they are, I mean, very good at winning these. That is, like you said, their 4th pistol round win in a row. Mountaineers yet to come out on top of a single one, but maybe the anti-eco can try to, you know, come on through here, and Mountaineers, even if they do lose this, it will be all tied up, and they are notoriously good on these pistol rounds, so it's going to be very interesting, and we're going to see a very aggressive attack once again here. The Poison Arm kind of saving Excite a little bit there.
Getting spotted there.
Looking like Cumberland is going to choose to rotate back out, and look at this Outlaw just kind of setting up shop here on window. It's going to be Zeka. I hope nobody peeks him, because this man is a dangerous one right now.
Extremely dangerous. Dinks. He's going to get the information he needs and try and back out. He's going to try and find one, but the right click goes astray. Atlas, though, a little bit worse for wear. Not a ton of health remaining on him. The Mountaineers have the health advantage, but not the gun advantage. It looks like Cumberland are now going to try and flood on the site. Zeka finds one of the Inox. Enzo finds another. Guk finds one, gets another headshot, but Enzo finds 3 there on the site taken out. It is all on Excite once again.
They are going to know where he is now, and it's looking like Excite.
Looks like they're going to go chasing.
Yeah, they are getting uber aggressive here. 2-man hunt on both sides, both just kind of sticking with a little buddy system here. I'm Excite. Gotta be just trying to be
maybe find a time in here, take away
yeah.
one of these guns. It's going to be him versus Enzo. He does hear him, and he does find him with the right click. Excite now. Can he live? 22 health remaining. Can he get out with the Spectre? It looks like he might swing back and maybe try and kill Zeka, and Zeka's waiting for him. The headshot with the Outlaw. And Cumberland, I mean, this is where they've been their strongest now. 4 for 4 on pistols, 4 for 4 on ecos. And now 7-7 once again. This game's gone almost. Wait, hang on. This game has gone exactly the same as Bind in terms of round 1.
It has.
Exactly the same.
And the timeouts might have been the exact same too.
They might have been, but in terms of round for round, it has gone exactly the same.
Who is the scriptwriter for these things?
I don't know.
They're getting a little lazy, it seems.
Yeah, you gotta get some pride in your work there.
But regardless, the Mountaineers, if it's anything like last game, should be looking to turn up here on defense.
Last game, they won the next 6 rounds in a row.
They did.
Closed it out.
Go say something similar is going to happen here. And the judge will try to come through, and Dink shuts that down immediately, and somehow he stays alive. 3 health for him. 1 player playing down in hell. Starly will take out Dinks. 4v3 for Cumberland. They have full side control. Starly evening it up. Somehow making the stinger work wonders. Zeka gets the plant down. The dogs are coming out now. We're getting a little bit of information. The question will be, where is Inox? On the flank over on Sewers, taking down Starly with the Guardian. Enzo playing down in hell, and will get excited with the 1-tap.
One enemy remaining.
Big plays from Inox. Finds the first. 1v1. Gun advantage. Will go to Inox, but it's not going to matter. The timing. Oh, goodness. That is a huge round for Cumberland.
Absolutely massive. The script has been broken. Enox there pulled out the knife at the wrong time and could not get that gun cocked in time. Enzo clutches out that round. 20-10 for Enzo. He's playing out of his mind right now, and Cumberland needs every last bit of it. West Virginia now in a weird situation. They've never really been in a situation before, losing those first 3 rounds in that half, and now it's going to be Sheriffs and Bucky's shorting the hands of Dinks. It looks like they might just try and get a little bit sneaky here up mid.
Ooh. Shot will land there onto Alice, taking down him down to half health, but Zeka taking down Guck. Now in a very heavy C-site attack and defense. Coming from both sides here. Inox very, very low. Skyhill could go a long way, but it's looking like
Dinks can maybe find something here, but are all the Cumberland players going to head towards? Oh no. It's going to be Semek heading towards Sewers, but he spots Dinks and takes him out with that Outlaw. We know how good he is with it. And now Cumberland are in the driver's seat. Once again, 5v3, make it a 5v1. Semek and Enzo picking up those last crucial kills, and A77 will fall. Cumberland winning 6 rounds in a row now. The Mountaineers are struggling.
Atlas will die
We
there.
have a clanker. Oh, it looks like there's going to be a timeout here. Looks like maybe some tech issues for the time being. But 6 rounds in a row, 1 for Cumberland. West Virginia do have enough to kind of buy back and get those rifles again. And we know how good they've looked this match with them. But Cumberland here showing a different side right now.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the rifles are finally coming through, and that was, I mean, a huge round win there for Cumberland back-to-back. They have taken control on attack here on Haven, and I mean, it's a dangerous map for the Mountaineers. Attack is obviously the very favorited side for a map like this, and I say Cumberland's kind of proven that point, winning these first 4. Something the Mountaineers could not do earlier on.
This is going to buy a much earlier operator than we typically see from him.
Yeah, this is a very early op from Dinks. Maybe trying to change it up. He is currently at the bottom when it comes to the kills, and there's one on to Zeka, making his presence known here with the operator. A77 punting Atlas, trying to sneak up through garage, and this round is already not going very well for Cumberland, but they will be able to take B site advantage. A77 might be lurking here, getting a little bit of an angle. Bird will fly through, won't get popped. This is going to be a very interesting play here, Simic. We'll take that at A7. Enzo tying it up now, 3v3. What was looking like a round that wasn't going to go very well is now somehow shifting in the favor of Cumberland. Completely falling apart.
Cumberland. Now it's Dinks on 1v3, and there's a couple of low Cumberland players, but when Dinks has the op, it doesn't really matter. Wow, what a choke from the Mountaineers. Looks like they had Cumberland dead to rights. But Cumberland rose from the grave and is going to snatch this round away from West Virginia, and Dinks is just going to save this op.
Yeah, definitely got to save this operator here. You're going to be your lifeline for these next couple rounds to come. And I mean, that was a 5v3 there for the Mountaineers, and then it did not go too well after that. 4 straight kills for Cumberland to make it a 3v1. And now Dinks obviously just choosing. Look at this. Look at the search party right now on the map from Cumberland, just looking anywhere for this sneaky little Dinks boy, but no one will be able to find him. You're gonna check every nook and cranny, but he won't be there.
Wind, show me where to go.
And now the Mountaineers going to take a timeout of their own, the first timeout of this match. Cherms has something he'd like to say to this team. And I mean, it's been a lot of, we talked about in that first half. Dinks obviously kind of towards the end of the game really stood out, but I think at halftime it was like all the Mountaineers were in like 1 or 2 kills of each other. Meanwhile, Cumberland in both these games now, it's been Semic in that first game and then Enzo right now have really done a lot of the heavy lifting for Cumberland. West Virginia not quite able to kind of sustain that. Dinks 7-14 compared to how he played last game. I think he already has more deaths in this one than he did in that last impressive showing on Bind. But now what needs to change for the Mountaineers? All of a sudden, it's completely flipped, and the Mountaineers can't win, forget a rifle round, any round right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is a complete switch up from when we saw they're on Bind, and now they're down 3 rounds. Cumberland only needing 2 more to take this one. And I mean, this is not a position you want to be if you're a WVU fan. Mountaineers have to learn something here from this timeout. I mean, they've lost 5 in a row here on defense. I mean, this is just crazy.
It's going to be the op, and then this is like the 2018 Cavs right now in terms of weapons for the Mountaineers. It's an op and a judge and some sheriffs, and just not a whole lot of help here right now. So Dinks is going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting here on this round. He's going to get aggressive towards D Long. Finds one, but then couldn't quite dash out, and Enzo's going to find that trade onto him, and now Atlas already through. Oh, we didn't see that.
No, that was, yeah, just cut the cameras there. Not working too well. Excite. Oh, might have got the revenge story there, but Enzo gets out with literally a speckle of health. And now it's going to be up to the judge here of Guck and the Spectre basis 7 trying to take somebody out.
Cumberland did not pick up that op. Enzo's going to get a little bit too aggressive here, and Guck's going to find him. Guck's going to find 2 here. The Mountaineers showing signs of life. Oh, but that's a reach roll, but it misses both. But Snarly finds 2. It doesn't even matter. Guck and A77 both fall. Signs of life there for a second for the Mountaineers, but snuffed out immediately from Snarly. And now Cumberland just 2 rounds away from this to a map 3.
Yeah, that was
another op.
That was very winnable there. I mean, Guck did find 2 with the sheriff. Okay, the judge. But Snarly just shutting those dreams down. I mean, that was my reaction right there. That ping one. Me and him had a very similar face. And Cumberland now banging on the door of winning Haven and taking map 2 and tying the series up 1-1.
Gonna get some chip damage through that window, but look at Atlas already cleared out all of B site. That bomb's gonna go down. Now it's a 5v5 post plant. And now Dinks is gonna get, again, they've been doing a really good job of dodging wherever that op goes. Has Cumberland. Both Killjoys taken out, a 4v4 now for the Mountaineers. 3 ults at their disposal. Do they choose to use any of them?
I think you have to here. It's a, you know, very crucial scenario. At least maybe 1. And oh my goodness, Enzo finding 1 there on to Guck and finding another one on 8-7. Can he find the 3rd? No, Dinks shot him down. They're going to have to move very, very fast. Not a lot of time to work with, and it's looking like they're just going to choose to back on out once again. Atlas tries to go hunting. Excite just putting him right in the ground. Cumberland takes another one here, and they are now on match point. Mountaineers are going to need 5 straight. Just guessing in overtime.
Nobody's a hero when they're crying.
Absolutely. 9 straight round wins for Cumberland. They have responded and then some to how they had looked, you know, those first 3 halves of this match. West Virginia some Guardians, another Judge in the hands of Guck, which we do know can be quite dangerous. And then Dinks still has that Operator, but he hasn't really found a ton of value with it. Cumberland have kind of just been sticking towards this B site, not really giving Dinks a chance. Enzo is going to walk through here, but he's going to get in the sewer safely. Atlas pops the ult and gets active once again. Does find one, but gets traded out from Inox. Oh, what a rotation here from Cumberland, but
Dinks has got one on the Enzo with the Operator. Now look at this timing.
Spike down A.
Big plays by the Mountaineers there, and is now all up to Zeka in the 1v3 to try to close this thing out and take Cumberland onto a 1-1 series. But uh-oh, the tuck coming through. I don't think he's unexpected. Nick Sight takes him down.
Toxins going up.
There's gonna be a comeback. It has just started.
Make them big.
that's 2 ults committed there as well from Cumberland. Atlas and Enzo both popping those in the early stages of that round. And now 4 rounds separates West Virginia and a chance to send this to overtime. It's going to be another full buy, though, for Cumberland. They have plenty of bread stacked up over this past few rounds, and they're going to have not have to worry right now about being able to afford their rifles. Dinks once again over on A-Long. Can he finally find one of these peaks and get smoked off? The util's there. They might be committing here to this A push, but Guck, can he find one? Oh, no. Atlas gets taken out.
What a
Dinks
shot there.
finally finds an opening pick with the op.
Enzo is kind of tucking now, kind of scared of this Operator down in sewers. Dog gets me some information down onto B, looking at another B push here. Nice play there, though, by Excited. Try to deny some time with the snake bite, and now look at this Operator kind of just lurking over on A and takes down the drone. No drones allowed over here. Gok will go down, though. Enzo exploding out onto sewers, and now here comes the knives. Can they come through? No! Everybody's missing their shots. Dinks hits down with the shorty. Sima gets that refrag. And now a 3v3 Cumberland. So close to closing this thing out. Ace7 does not take him out somehow, and then goes down immediately after. It's all up to Inox, the hero. No.
Attackers win.
Cumberland takes map 2 here on Haven. And we are all tied up on the series. Wow.
And just got word in my ear. We're going to go from one 3-sided map to another. Lotus will be the deciding map 3. Enzo 28 and 15. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, wow, indeed, as a masterclass performance there. 90 econ rating for Enzo. Generational talent right there.
And a 374 combat score is nothing to disregard. Now, we talked about how, 3-sided map's going to be attacker-sided. Didn't think it was going to be that blatantly attacker-sided for Cumberland, only losing 1 round on their entire attack. The Mountaineers have some kinks to work out now as they're going to be heading to another of those attacker-sided 3-sided maps. What needs to change?
I mean, if I'm being honest, I think the explosiveness of Cumberland is really coming through now, and I think the Mountaineers are trying to hold these sites a little bit too much, and they're finding themselves in 5v3 scenarios a lot. Maybe trying to back up and just do what Cumberland did earlier on there on Bind, which worked a little bit, where you kind of give up the site, play for that retake, play the 5v5, and use your utility to then retake the site instead of just trying to force those 1v2s, 1v3s even sometimes. And I think those a lot of the times just aren't going the way of the Mountaineers, and they're finding themselves in man disadvantages before the bomb is even down.
That is West Virginia's first dropped map post this patch, and I think there was a lot of just kind of sloppy plays, a lot of shots that missed that really shouldn't have missed from really everyone on the Mountaineer roster. Lotus Haven earlier in this season was one of the Mountaineers team's best maps. It was kind of that, and then it was Haven was one of the maps. Bind was not played at all, and now those have kind of flipped recently, where Bind is probably their strongest map, and Haven has kind of fallen a little bit. I think with all the changes that has happened in the game recently, there's going to be quite a lot of that with all these teams. What you're good at might have changed, and Cumberland, I think, has kind of found out what they are good at, though, and that map, and that is running it down.
Yeah, and it worked out very, very well, and I think we're going to see a very similar attack strategy and probably defense strategy here on Lotus. Another thing the Mountaineers obviously need to get down is please win a pistol round here. I mean, that's
you can't lose all 6 pistol rounds and expect to win the match.
yeah, there's just no way. And obviously, the pistol rounds usually dictate how the eco goes as well. Usually, the pistol round will secure at least one more on your tally. And I mean, it's the most important round of Valorant. You gotta win those. You can't go 6 for 6 or 0 for 6 on those hyper rounds because it's just gonna put you in a early deficit, which I mean, it's just never good to go into one of those, obviously. And I hope they can come out swinging here on Lotus and take this first pistol round.
Yeah, I mean, that would be humongous just for kind of the momentum and the mentality of this team. I feel like losing 5 straight pistol rounds in a row is probably going to wear on you a little bit. And I think if you lose 5, that 6th one's going to come around and it's going to be like, do we even try? I think winning this next pistol round, like, pistol round's always so important in a match of Valorant just because it does kind of that second eco round like almost immediately if you're able to convert that. But I mean, I feel like mentally it almost means more right now for this team to win that initial pistol round on Lotus. But before we get into that, we are going to send it to another quick break. Again, if you want to skip on the ads, Twitch Prime, subscription, anything like that, helps us a lot, and we'll be right back. all the marbles here. Deciding map 3 on Lotus for the 3rd overall seed in NACE. Nothing else that has happened all season matters. One lick. All that matters are these next 24 rounds of Valorant.
Yeah, and this is extremely crucial. Obviously, fighting for that 3rd seed. Lotus has been I guess you could say, a hit or miss for this Mountaineer roster. I mean, we've seen them dominate. We've also seen them get dominated here. Did they play St. Clair on Lotus? I think they did.
I believe you're right.
I think they played very well there.
Yeah, they've won their last 2 maps on Lotus this month. I believe they are 2-0 on Lotus. So, hasn't been too bad. I do think has already been locked in. Not quite yet, but this is kind of the one map where we still do see Dinks lock in that Neon. And then Excite on the Fade. A77. Viper, Killjoy, and then Guck on the Clove. This is also kind of the only map that we really ever see Guck on the Clove.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually...
a crossover. Dinks switching up. No more Neon, back on to that Raze. Are we going to see Enzo lock in the ISO? Is that real? No. About to say, no chance that's real.
Yeah, most certainly not, right? I mean, but regardless, you're going to see that Vise as well coming out from Zeka. Also received a nerf in this latest patch. Killjoy coming out from Inox. Mountaineers will be starting out here on attack, which is going to be the favorited side on this 3-site map. But didn't really go their way last time. Started out on Haven on attack, and we see how that went. The defense is going to be very, very, very important, and I'd like to see if the Mountaineers are going to change up their strategy, because I don't think Cumberland's going to do that. They're going to keep the aggression. They're going to keep this just W key and start left-clicking whoever you see type of mentality. And, I mean, it's worked so far, so why stop now?
Yep. Absolutely here. Cumberland looking to rinse and repeat what they were able to do just a few minutes ago over on Haven. It looks like it's going to be a pretty heavy B stack so far. The Mountaineers looking to get aggressive here on A, maybe. Going to chuck the classic Raze nade, and then some of that Fade util is going to try and catch someone over, but it looks like they're just going to go through Breakable immediately, head back over towards B. It's going to be Guck early onto A site, playing for formation, but a lot of Cumberland pressure over here on Steve.
Oh, God. Inox just taken down by a firing squad there. And look at Zeka now. Might have a similar scenario. The Shearer comes out, but the shots aren't there. Zeka going down despite the sheer value. And now Cumberland back in a 4v4. Man advantage no longer going the way. Excite will get this bomb down. And a bit of a scuffle back. C-side as well as Atlas will take A7 down. Guck into the trade. Right back on Atlas, making this a 3v3 once again. And this pistol round might be going the way of the Mountaineers for the first time here in this series. Only 16 health, though, here for Guck. Dinks also quite low. A lot of this is going to handle on Excite. Can shoulder the burden. So far, so good. Only one player left, and Guck takes it down.
It finally happened. The Mountaineers won a pistol round. It just took 5 of them.
And hey, if there's going to be a one, you're going to win. This is a pretty crucial one to start it off here.
It's the most important one you played all day. Until the next one, at least.
Yes, of course.
Depending on how this round goes. But now, can the Mountaineers actually maintain a lead early on in this game?
I thought we were going to see maybe a slight force coming in from Cumberland, but they were going to try to dial that back just a little bit. We saw an Outlaw Bucky, and we are going to see the Bucky come back again. So a little mini force coming through here. Outlaw shot will ring out over on Ruins. Nobody found dead on the ground, though, and most of the Mountaineers are going to play this kind of long site take over here on A, and I do like that idea. You know, you have this gun advantage. You can kind of watch a lot of angles. And look at this Phantom coming out from AC7. I mean,
4 Cumberland players here on A.
I mean,
and I think the Mountaineers have realized that.
Yeah, they're stacking this hard. I mean, a lot of times when you're playing Lotus, you'd like to go A site when you're, trying to play this eco. And I think Cumberland has kind of caught wind of that, but they can be careful of peeking this long angle. Looks like Mountaineers are just going to choose to walk away from that scenario. Be the bigger person.
Very true. But Cumberland, I mean, that lurk up by Atlas is going to give them a lot of information. They're going to heavily rotate over towards C. Inox does find one to Enzo, though.
Oh
Inox
my
finds
God.
2 with the no-scope. Simic falls. Can he find 3? Yes, he can. Oh my goodness, Inox, the triple.
30
With the
seconds
Marshall,
left.
Dinks finds one with the Outlaw as well. Atlas is going to take out Guck, but now West Virginia has the information. Atlas takes out 2. Oh my goodness, the Headhunter. Inox finds his 4th. West Virginia converts the anti-eco, and they're going to take a lead for the first time in this series after those first 2 rounds.
Yeah, the Mountaineers are still kind of able to get some really good guns as well here. I mean, they have 3 rifles and an Outlaw and a Spectre, so they are going to be able to really fight this well. And, I mean, actually the buys are very similar here, as we're going to see basically something very similar coming out from Cumberland here. So the Mountaineers have a very solid chance of taking this round and snowballing here on attack. Might see a bit of an aggressive B push here. It's going to get a little bit of information. Enzo already taking Dinks down here with the Spectre. That is a big take, and look at this aggression just kind of coming through already. Enzo so very low. And can he get it? No, the spray doesn't come through. Enzo finds his second with the Spectre over on Ruins, and Snarly taking that Excite before being taken out by AC7. This is now a 4v2 here for Cumberland. Atlas so very low.
A lot of low players on the side of Cumberland, but obviously just 2 even alive for the Mountaineers.
Gun here.
I do have that spike. They have some information, but don't think that's going to be enough to take a real play here, especially with Semic where he is.
Last player
And
standing.
he does spot him.
Spike
A77
down A.
taking out Semic. He's going to just play his life here wisely. Wait for some of his teammates to make a move. Inox does take out Enzo. And
Oh my goodness,
Inox
Inox.
takes out 2. Atlas falls, and now it's a 1v2. Inox going to pick up that Spectre. Actually, he's going to find a Vandal.
And this
Picks up
complete
that
insanity.
spike.
Seconds left.
Bot coming back.
Oh, Zeka finds the timing, and Inox falls. Wow. Almost. The Heromix almost showed up there for Inox, but Cumberland able to win on the Mountaineers bonus. Now it is going to be the rifle v rifle. West Virginia was so dominant early on in this series and this exact type of round, but Cumberland completely flipped the script on their attack side over on Haven.
Out of charges.
How is this going to fare now?
Yeah, I mean, almost the clutch there by Inox. A lot of value coming in from Enzo, just walking up on Ruins, and the aggression is still here, and it's looking like it's going to be maintained. Just look at this. They're all kind of just walking up on the box, just heavy B pressure. But there's 5 Mountaineer players with a lot of guns in their hands. Atlas takes down Dinks. Dinks finds him with a grenade. Back to a 4v4.
That's a huge grenade there from Dinks. 4v4, as you said, both raises in critical condition, though. But the flank. Zeka might be able to find a timing. Dinks finds one on Snarly before. Sorry, right after Snarly finds one, but then Semic through the smoke.
There.
The Mountaineers once again down a player. And Zeka still on this flank.
One enemy remaining.
Huge flank coming through there. Zeka finds a second. And Cumberland's going to tie this thing up on 2 very close rounds. And now it's looking like a flip of a script. Once again, the Mountaineers taking the pistol rounds while Cumberland are finding their rifle values for the first time. Well, I guess they did it last map as well, but regardless, West Virginia now in a very poor buy scenario. 3 shares, a Bucky, and a Marshall. Inox going crazy with that Marshall earlier on. If we can see something similar here, the Mountaineers will be in a very advantageous position, but 5 Vandals is going to be a very tough obstacle to overcome. Just the sheer firepower.
You saw how good Inox with this Marshall just a few rounds ago. Maybe there's some more magic in his hands. And it's only just the Vice player over. A77 finds a headshot onto Enzo. Enzo does have his ult available, but is going to choose to not pop it. The Mountaineers now going to try and float on the side here. Only still the one Cumberland player over here on C. The rest of them, though, are all flanking. They're all coming through Mound. Atlas finds one. Inox gets the trade on to Semic. 4v3 here for the Mountaineers. The ult comes out. Snarly finds Inox before he got taken out by that showstopper. Atlas finds another.
Down. C.
They're going to have to run down, and they will. They're gonna be able to run down second, put themselves in the 2v2 here, but Dinks is already so low.
Last player
It's a Bucky,
standing.
and then Dink's gonna go down there. Actually, Gus gonna go down there, but the ultimate might come in handy. Now back to a 2v1 once again. 1 health. Not gonna do enough, and Cumberland finds their 3rd round win in a row on a very, very nice flank. And I mean, just wow, this is just completely different from what we saw earlier on in the series, especially there back on Bind. Mountaineers not able to win a rifle round here, but now back on a full buy here. Hopefully able to find some value and try to crawl back into this match. Only down 1 round. Just gotta win a rifle though.
Got to win a rifle. They do have the showstopper available. If they can find something with that early, get some an early pick. Maybe that's just what West Virginia needs. But look at this aggression! Oh my goodness, Atlas once again. So aggressive. And he's gonna find one before getting taken out by Guck. And it is Guck, however, that's already so low, and Semek will find that last one. And Inox and Excite though. Turn the tide to the fights. Dinks finds one with the showstopper now. A couple of quick kills for the Mountaineers since a 3v1. Just over a minute left in this round. Western's gonna get that bomb down on A.
Gonna plant it right out in the open, and the Mountaineers put their cards right here. Zeka has practically no chance at taking this round. They should know where he is. He's being quite loud. Now getting the spray down. He's trying to play super duper aggressively. Mountaineers all gonna stack up on this backside of A, and Inox kind of catching a win. Might try to hold this angle, and will find Zeka with the head tap from the Vandal, and we are back to being all tied up here on map 3.
3-all. West Virginia get their crucial round win there. They do commit that showstopper from Dinks, but it was well worth it. And now it's going to be back to pistols for Cumberland. Couple of ults, but not the most impactful ult in the game. R1 away from that steel garden, however. Zeka can find something early.
There.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see if we're going to see more aggression over on Ruins, and it's looking like Mountaineers are not wanting to have that happen again. Excite is kind of spraying through, making sure no Cumberland players feel safe walking up. And it's looking like it is going to try to hold them back just a little bit here as Cumberland chooses to stay in their place for the time being, but we can see Zeka kind of walking out on Mound with his Sheriff. It's going to be a tough battle for him, though, against a Vandal. Paranoia comes through. Now, once again, here comes the aggression. Atlas tries to peek out. Not going to work his way. Excite has the Odin waiting for him. And Simic under something similar. Excite taking on another one. Both Cumberland players meeting their fate quite swiftly. Guck finds one on Snarly, making this a 5v2 now for the Mountaineers. They're able to capitalize and try to find a flawless victory here. This is going to be huge for their economy. Zeka and Enzo, only 2 Sheriffs. 2 Cowboys versus a full roster here. Oh, the Mountaineers, NACE 7, they're going to pick up Enzo. Shots did fall, but it's never going to be enough in a flawless victory for the Mountaineers.
Off the back of what? Off the back of the Odin.
I'll tell you.
The devastating pressure that that gun can output. Shooting 100 rounds a second or something.
100 rounds a second might be a little
yeah,
fast.
That's a bit of a hyperbole, you could say.
I mean, I did say Dinks had a 40 bomb earlier, and he did not. It was 30. We did our research afterwards.
Sometimes you have to lie to the audience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm building his you know, the lore. I'm building.
If Gabe has taught us anything, it's that honesty is overrated.
This is true. I mean, I just dropped 50 the other day,
Yeah, so did I.
so you know. Look at this aggression once again, just coming out on a mound. Enzo trying to swing out and will find enough. Inox and Excite still left. Will try to get out of there and try to make.
It's a big pick for NACE too. If they can just deny this kill from Enzo, the Mountaineers are going to find themselves back in a 3v3, and they will.
Yeah, good play there by both of those
Look at where
Mountaineers.
Inox is, or A77 rather. Already up in A, and Atlas is going to take out Inox, however. The bomb is going to go down.
Welcome to my world.
Once again, we're seeing a very similar play here, and Mountaineers are going to invest this Viper's Pit. This could go either very, very big or not so much. Both ultimates going to go down. Mountaineers realize that they're able to take this round. Cumberland is going to be in a very, very bad spot. There goes one. Psych. Excite finding one on Simic.
Last player standing.
The Haunt
But
comes
A77
out.
falls. The Viper Spit's going to disperse. Now it's a 2v1 here for Excite. Trying to find something, but Snarly will find him instead. The headshot, the Fade v Fade goes out in the way of Cumberland. And now all tied up once again, 4v4. And the Mountaineers now drawing so far on their attacking half on Lotus. Not ideal.
No, not at all. I mean, this is... You always say you need at least 7, so they're going to need to win the next 3 out of their 4 to try to do something about that. And I don't know if I see that happening, especially with the, you know, the ultimates that were just used in that last one. They don't have anything to work with now. Arguably their 2 most important ults, maybe outside of a Dink's Showstopper or an Inox, you know, ult as well. But I mean, this is, I mean, it's not going bad for the Mountaineers here, but you know, it just could be going better.
Could certainly be going better. Cumberland now flooding over towards Mound. Or sorry, that's the Mountaineers. Mountaineers looking to get something onto Seaside here rather fast. They're going to have to be careful of that advise wall. Guk does know about its presence. Bait Dog goes out. Our Western going to commit here. Guk gets headshot through the smoke, and he's going to be 1 HP now. 877 falls. Dinks gets caught with a grenade in his hand, and the Mountaineers shut out over here on C main. But Excite and Guk fighting back a little bit, getting 2 of their own. A 3v3 now here for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, Guk is just so low though, and over here might come in. Excite with the Odin is finding so many picks over here on C-side. Gonna be his second. Operator and an Odin is a dangerous combination. Mountaineer showcasing exactly why that is. It's all up to Starly and Simic. Door's gonna be open on a B side. Do they choose to rotate through? No.
30 seconds left.
Guk's at 5 HP, however. Probably gonna have to play to bait.
There.
Fade Hunt goes out. Guk extra corners, but Semic finds 2. Snarly finds the 3rd. The Mountaineers, nothing going for them. The op's gonna be on the ground. Cumberland decided to not pick it up. And now finding themselves down on their attacking half. Cumberland looking super strong right now.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, it started out so well. Mountaineers taking those first 2 rounds and then just losing those next 3 rifles. And it's been a very streaky match for both these teams right now. Cumberland kind of really working out how this Mountaineer team's going to work, and it's been showcased here. I mean, they had that flood, and they just got shut down so fast. And once again, a very heavy C push for the Mountaineers here, but electing to cut a walk back, and Enzo gets a little bit too aggressive over on B. Excite puts him away, back on the shelf. And the Sheriff of Guk trying to walk up and get a little greedy, trying to grab this Vandal, but Simic waiting on this box. He does get the Vandal. That is a very big pickup for Guk. Now able to walk back. 1 minute here on the clock. We're going to see Zeka just trying to juggle peek over here on Mount, trying to get some information. And he is about to get a lot of information as 4 Mountaineers are walking up, and there they are. The C-site push did not go very well the last time around, but hopefully with only 1 defender there, it can go better this time. The smoke comes through from Simic. Still playing over on B. Only 1 defender on C right now, and the Killjoy ultimate is going to come on in, but he is not scared, but he should be. Zeka goes down. A 5v3 now for the Mountaineers. Looking to tie this thing up. Killjoy ult now going down. Teleport coming through. From behind is going to be Simic. Inox still playing over on Mound. I don't know if he's going to know it, and now the bait's coming through. The headshot is found. In a 5v2, it's looking like a possibly flawless round for WVU here. Snarly does have that Odin, though. Be very, very dangerous in the right hands. They might choose to just save, though, and let the Mountaineers take this round win to even it back up. To save their economy, they do have very good guns.
Cross map, swamp grenade. They're going to try and find something, but Cumberland not going to risk it. Snarly is all the way on the other side of the map. Alice is, as per usual, a little bit more aggressive, looking to maybe try and find Enox here as he walks up towards that attacker side spawn. Sorry. Oh, and he will. Snarly and Atlas both find kills at the last second. And the Mountaineers now are going to have to reinvest quite a bit of funds. 5 to 5 so far for the Mountaineers. You have to think 6 is a minimum here. You'd love to have 7 here on attack. The Odin back in the hands of Excite. He's looked really strong with us so far. But Cumberland have one of their own, both Fade players, strapped up with the big gun.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to have to see who is the better Odin player here. So I got a lot of hours on that Odin for sorting. What? Regardless of this, B player is going to try to come through. Atlas gets taken down immediately. Now the Spectre is all that is left here on B side. The Paranoia comes through, trying to get one down. Enzo trying to rotate over. Over on Link now. Guck will try to get the revive. To get super aggressive there. Here comes the Odin. The spray comes through. It is now a 3v2 for the Mountaineers. And they're going to, I like to try to walk over here onto the other side. Enzo going to go down to the Odin. It is now all up to Snarly.
Spike
Will choose to
planted.
pick up a Vandal. Does he just play his life here? Because if he goes down, not a lot of credits are going to be coming his way. He will open the door over from Link. Prowler utility comes out. But it's both going to make his life a whole lot harder. Has so many more angles to clear.
I think he at least wants to die just so we can get that last ult orb for this final round of the half. Maybe try and make the magic happen along the way. West Virginia, though, has the information. Snarly might just commit to the save. Maybe just try and die to the bomb to deny the ult orb, but also get one of your own. It's interesting here. Do you die to get that last ult orb? Snarly,
I don't think you do.
Snarly says no.
I think with the economy here, you're not going to have a lot of credits going into this next round. I mean, yeah, you only have 1,000 extra there. I mean, obviously you would have got more if you died, but I think you try to keep that Vandal, keep your full shields.
Play for an ult orb.
Yes, and play for an ult orb. Sekka does have that Steel Garden online. Only one ultimate here for the Mountaineers, which is going to be a pretty crucial one here in Excite.
Fade ult in hand. Maybe you get the Viper's Pit, but extremely unlikely. West Virginia, Cumberland, gonna get aggressive here over towards A main. This is what they've been known to do, but Guck finds Snarly. No Fade ult on the table here now for Cumberland, but Enzo finds 2. Oh my goodness.
Disaster here for the Mountaineers over on Ruin, and somehow Inox does not find the shots to land. Atlas is so low. And once again, the aggression coming through, and Zeka takes down Excite from behind with the Sheriff. And we are all tied up once again, 6-6. That is not the attacking half you want on a map like Lotus. You want to come out with at least the advantage of 7-5, but
Well, that's just been this Cumberland team's trap card that they've been able to pull whenever they want to. Get aggressive towards Ruins, and the Mountaineers just have not been able to combat that at all. And now, as you said, being tied up after your attacking half, now West Virginia has to win this pistol round. They've only won one so far this match, but it was the last one. Can they find another? It's going to be so important here to keep themselves behind the 8 ball. Or not behind the 8 ball is a bad thing, right?
yeah, I guess behind. I don't know what the terminology there would be actually.
Usually when you're like behind the 8 ball, that means you're like
In a
lagging
bad spot.
behind, I think, yeah.
Yes, I believe so. But oh my
Snarly.
goodness. That
Half a
is
second into the
start.
round, just finds the headshot over on Mound. And now West Virginia is definitely behind the 8 ball now.
Smoke's going to come on through. We're going to see a nice A execute. Oh, never mind. They're going to choose to rotate over on a B. The Mountaineers are on the wiser. Now forced to try to rotate onto the backside of B. And look at the flank coming through, though. 8-7. Oh my goodness. Guck finds one with the right click. Gets the charge up, presses pop to the Ghost, but another player is playing in the smoke. It's going to be Atlas. Somehow he missed out of his life. And Atlas will go down.
One
A 4
enemy
for the Mountaineers. They won the first round. Can they win the second one? And they can. Woo. Back-to-back pistols for the Mountaineers. The first of 2
At the
in the
perfect
series.
time as well. I said last time that was the first round pistol was the most important pistol round of the series until the next one. And now we're at the next one. The Western is able to convert. Obviously, though, still has to convert their anti-eco here. You have to win this round. You cannot afford to slip up here and lose this round, which, you know, you typically you're going to have an 80-85% win rate on. It cannot happen here. Marshall in the hands of Inox, Outlaw in the hands of Dinks. But Snarly himself, Snarly's going to commit here. Full shields and a Marshall.
It'll be very interesting to see how it's going to work out. Alice does get scanned. A good smoke to try to make some positioning a bit easier here for Cumberland. And look at this walk up coming through, and it won't work out. Saber Guck kicks him down with Spectre. And Sight gets another Spectre kill on Azeka. Cumberland falling apart over here on Ruins. They're trying to smoke off the staircase. A bunch of sheriffs in the hand. Dinks finds Sebek. Only one more player over on Ruins, and he'll be taken down swiftly. It is now all up to Snarly, who only has like 5 HP to work with. He's back in spawn.
He does have this Marshall, though. Can the Mountaineers execute this flawless? 9 HP is all that stands between them. Flawless round. Snarly misses. Dinks does not. 8-6, West Virginia. Winning both pistol rounds, both anti-ecos on Lotus now in a favorable position, but Cumberland now. Vandals. A stinger there from Snarly, who did commit a little bit you say unwisely now, but it's a little bit playing the results. Did commit with that Marshall that last round, so he's going to have just a stinger here. And a Guardian in the hands of Enzo. West Virginia going to commit to a full bonus here, not buying up any rifles.
No, not at all. And I think that's going to be huge for them here. They can take out a couple of rifles in the hand of Cumberland, even if we don't take the round to win. And oh my goodness, the utility coming through on Dinks there. Eyeless finds the opening frag here on round 3 on this bonus. A lot of Viper utility spamming through here on B, trying to negate this Cumberland attack, and it does so. A slow walk up from Zeka over on A site now. It's all up to Guck 107, is kind of lurking over on... Oh, wait. Excuse me?
I believe the game has broken. Oh, never mind. Zeka finds Guck. There's definitely some network problems on... I believe that's on our spectators' end. It looks like all the players are fine. Maybe, although West Virginia has just completely collapsed. There's a chance that there was just a breakdown downstairs. But Cumberland now looking to convert. West Virginia not able to find one of the bonus quite yet. Inox, though, does find the headshot out of Inox. He's been so good with this Marshall so far this map. He's going to pick up the Guardian, but Atlas swings, takes him out. West Virginia falls 7-8, though. Still have that lead, and now the rifles back in the hands of the Mountaineers.
Yeah, Mountaineers still having that lead. Like you said, Odin will come back to Papa. Papa Excite always fathering an Odin in his hands, and he loves to use it. He found a lot of value earlier on attack. Let's see if he can find something similar here on defense. A big buy for the Mountaineers. So it's a very big round for both these teams. The rifles kind of went the way, I would say, of Cumberland there on that first half, but the Mountaineers are trying to fight back here. And
there might be a bloodbath here over on A. Dinks is aggressive. Dinks finds one. Guck finds another. Semic gets the trade on the Dinks, but the Mountaineers now have a man advantage. Snarly, though, takes out Excite. Odin off the board. Odin, Excite able to get one, but Snarly through the smoke. Snarly finds 2, and now Cumberland all tied up. 2 players apiece here.
Toxin screen down.
A77, though, has a chance to find a time in here. Gets one. Can he find the second? A 1v1 here. Snarly finds A77, and now just Inox.
this is a crucial 1v1 for both these players right now. Snarly is at that health advantage. Only half, and he makes it. What a shot, finding his 4th of the round. Quite the hero play there, and Cumberland ties it up.
Wow. The most important round that these teams have played all day, and Snarly comes through, finding 4. West Virginia now 5 sheriffs and some light armors, all that they're going to have here. Absolutely brutal. Snarly, ice in his veins, comes through at the last second, and now he's just going to squeeze his teddy bear. Wow.
I think I need a teddy bear to squeeze right now. I'm over here stressing. This has been a insane tournament.
For the 3 seed, this is everything right now. What is going on?
They're kissing in the smoke. Dinks finds him in the end, though, before Excite goes down.
It's a good trade for the Mountaineers. Dinks going to be able to find a gun. The Mountaineers are just going to completely give up C-site, play for a retake. Something that you kind of talked about in between Master. But Inox finds Enzo. Enzo's going to use that ult. A77, though, finds Snarly again. And Inox again finds Enzo. Now a 4v2 for the Mountaineers. But Atlas, gets taken. Takes heavy damage to the smoke, and Dinks, the showstopper, finishes him off. And now West Virginia might win a thrifty here. This could be absolutely massive.
I mean, oh my goodness, and there it is. Simic goes down, the last player alive for Cumberland, and that is insane for the Mountaineers there. The economy now back on their side, and they're able to get so much value out of that. Only player not with a rifle. Never mind. Guk does get it in the end as Dinks has a lot of money to spare. I mean, look at the economy difference now from both these teams. It is severe, and the Mountaineers are now up around as well. So unless Cumberland is able to kind of come through on this kind of full buy, I mean, they have enough money to buy that, but not a lot of credit to spare because of the other way.
To say the least. Atlas is going to have that stinger, but Cumberland, though, still has plenty of resources here to win this round. I mean, it's been neck and neck so far.
It has indeed, and now the Altor will come through here for Atlas. Stinger in hand, but Showstopper in the other, and that's going to be very dangerous. We saw Dinks obviously find one earlier on, and there comes the Showstopper. I don't think it's going to find anybody, though, because Mountaineers are going to give up the site, which worked very, very well that last time around, them being able to find the Thrifty. So hopefully here on the full buy, it can go even better, and now Atlas down to the Stinger. No RPG in the back pocket to kind of lean on anymore, and here comes this retake.
Atlas, they look down in the smoke. Enzo finds Duck's and be forced to pop his glow volt. The Mountaineers here running out of time. They're gonna have to get aggressive here in a second. A77 finds one of Atlas. Snarly takes out Guk. Dinks swings, gets one more. A77 falls though. Semic, Dinks, Semic, Excite. Oh my goodness, everyone and everything is dying. Excite's trying to stick the defuse. He's gonna be able to get half. Oh, Zeka through the smoke. Wow, complete chaos on C-site. Look at all those X's there. And Cumberland comes throughout the chaos. But West Virginia, though, still is going to have enough for an awkward buy, similar to kind of what we just saw from Cumberland. Dinks thought about the operator, but is going to instead settle for that Phantom, maybe buy a gun for his teammate. West Virginia now, 9-9. This is going to be about as close as you could possibly ask for.
Yeah, I mean, this is just back and forth, back and forth. This has not been as streaky as that first half was. It has been neck and neck, through and through, and we're going to see another bloodbath over here on Ruin. Simic finds the first one. Dinks already going down. And now the flood in. Here comes two. Pick to the Mountaineers, though. Trying to even this thing out. Atlas finds Guk. It's a 3v3. Two ultimates in the hands of the Mountaineers. Excite, though, so very low.
Atlas, though, low as well. Both of them just one bullet away from falling. But Atlas finds Excite. Semic's gonna try and get that bomb down.
Spike planted.
Squashed.
A77 finds Semic. 2v2 here. Health advantage Mountaineers. Another humongous round here. All of these rounds have been coming down to the last second. A77's gonna try and get out of the range of that. Oh, but Zeka finds both! The flick onto Inox takes his head clean off. And Cumberland, 10-9 now. Oh my goodness.
Such a close round there for the Mountaineers. It looked really bad at first, and then the two picks kind of evened the score, but what a steel garden and what a play there at the end by Zeka. So many Cumberland players just having these insane clutch moments. I mean, earlier we had Snarly, then we had Enzo, now we have Zeka. Everybody finding their moments and showing out when it matters most.
I mean, we mentioned pregame that these teams on paper are about as close as you could possibly be. And they've proven that so far. 10-9. Mountaineers need to find an equalizer here. They
Atlas
have the ability to do it. Atlas gonna walk through the smoke and finds Guk. Atlas finds two, so aggressive, and it's working out well for him. Dinks, what a shot! Oh my goodness, that might have been a game-saving shot right there from Dinks, so the Mountaineers can convert this.
Yeah, what an absolutely disgusting shot. I mean, just the flick onto the head from the operator. The Mountaineers in the 3v4, but it's going to be very, very winnable if things can kind of pop off. Here, what a shot by Simic on an Inox, taking his head off Swift.
We'll catch them.
And now it's all up to Dinks and AC7. They make something work. AC7 finds the first one on a Zeka. Bomb is going to be down, though. Not a lot of time to work with.
They have the time now.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
and Dinks just going to walk right into Semic. The op's back on the ground. AC7 is going to try and take one out with him, but Enzo is not going to be denied. Cumberland gets to 11. And once again, it's the aggressiveness from Atlas that is going to be the difference here. Terms is going to call a timeout. West Virginia needs to find something here. Atlas, he's been aggressive all series. It hasn't always worked out for him. But in their time of need, he has come through 20 and 13 on this deciding map.
Yeah, and this has been his MVP game. We saw him on the Waylay on Bind, and that one just obviously completely different from what we're seeing now on Raze here on Lotus. And this Mountaineer timeout is going to be crucial. Dinks almost had that hero play last round with the Operator, but never came through.
Oh my goodness. As close as you could possibly ask for. Maybe a little bit too close here. My blood pressure is skyrocketing.
Oh, yeah.
What is Terms going to dig up here for the Mountaineers to try and find something here? You had like that. Oh man, I don't.
Yeah, I don't even know. We've had so much Valorant so far in this series, and then to have all that going on, and then going into such a close game, and this game matters. This is, I mean, you know, it's not a playoff game, but it's for the 3rd seed. Whoever wins this takes that, and that is huge later on. And the Mountaineers are going to be on a full eco here, 4 Sheriffs and a Stinger. We saw them convert on Thrifty earlier. If they're going to have to have a crazy round, they need to pull that out now. I'm at a loss for words right now. The blood pressure is high. The heart rate is exceeding 100.
It's a lot of Cumberland players over there on C main. Kind of like the single from Inox. Maybe try and catch someone unsuspecting. But Enzo finds A77. Cumberland here flooding onto site. They find 2 more. Inox and Guck fall. And there's no more Mountaineers on site. It's going to be a 2v5 retake, but Excite finds Hedge on a Zeka. Dinks falls, whoever now. Excite. All on his lonesome. Finds Enzo. This would be the round of his life if he's able to pull this off. Oh, but Atlas finds his 3rd of the round. Atlas, 23 kills now. And Cumberland are 1 round away from securing this series, from securing the 3rd overall seed in NACE. And West Virginia have to be kicking themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be. This was so dominant earlier on Bind, and then obviously Haven kind of fell apart pretty fast. And Mountaineers, I mean, starting off swinging here on Lotus. They've won both their pistols and their ecos, so that's a solid 4 rounds there. But something they've been strong on all series long, which have been those rifles, have slowly slipped away from them with that beginning game. We're going to see the Haunt and the Nade come through over on Ruins, not really finding much. Cumberland so close to closing this thing out. Only 1 round separating them from that secured 3rd seed in NACE. And the tension's going to be high as AC7 finds that opening frag on a Simic. And then it's a beautiful round start, but Enzo getting that revenge right back at him.
That's 3, another push plan here.
3 ultimates from the side here to the Mountaineers. It happened, and they got to use him here. Here comes the first one. The swing coming out. Enzo taking down Inox, though. The Haunt comes through. Excite picking up on here with the Odin. A 4v2. Make it a 3v2. Make it a 2v1. It's all up to Guck.
No peeking.
Trying to swing out, and Zeka's going to find the headshot, and that is going to do it. Lotus goes the way of Cumberland, and they secure that 3rd seed. What a series.
What a series indeed. Wow. Not a ton of analysis there, just an absolute barn burner. 13-9, map 3. Oh.
Oopsie.
Didn't see that. Wow. West Virginia comes up short. Now falls to 3-3 in NACE. They are going to have that 4 seed, but now Cumberland, what a comeback after that first map on Bind. Looked almost dead in the water for a lot of those rounds. And to bounce back and win a game in that fashion is extremely impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is. But that is going to do us today. What a series. What a long day of Valorant, but an entertaining one at that. That is going to be our last regular season game.
We have one more stream on Monday.
Okay.
Or sorry, on Tuesday. Lotus has their last regular season game, but then that is it. Then it is just playoffs for the rest of this semester. It has flown by.
It definitely has. But we will see you hopefully there on Tuesday for that Lotus Rocket League match. Don't miss it, and goodbye.